Hey, Ratchet, you're number one. Back to being number one. My goodness. Wow, nice job. How you been? How's the streaming going? Hope everything's going well with you. We're going to be catching up on some stuff from SudacusChess' exciting tournament out in Tournament Land. So we will be checking up on that. I am working on personally. Oh, it's funny how this does this sometimes. So I'm also personally working on a aim chess plan where I'm supposed to play so many games, and so I need to do 2 rapid games and 2 blitz games, and that's why I'm starting early tonight. So I need to get those 2 out of the way. So there I am. I got to do 2 rapids and 2 blitzes. Sometimes I like to do tournaments to do them. I don't know why I like doing them in tournaments, but I'll go in here and see what tournaments are going on. So like there's a blitz tournament going on. Oops. There's a blitz tournament going on, and there's hey, I'm glad you liked it, Ratchet. And did you see the shout out to you? He gave you thanks for winning that game. He actually played against that that risky play. So not risky play, but that little trappy stuff against the Karo Khan. Yeah, I'm not saying it very great, but oh, good. He approved of it too because he got him a win, a much needed win. He didn't have a lot of wins that day. All right, so I'm gonna go just find a game. I'm going to play a 10-5 game, even though I usually try not to play rated while I'm streaming. I need to get 2 games. I want to see if I can get them in before 8 o'clock when I'll start talking about Sudakus' tournament. So, just seeing if I can find some games out here while we play, while we wait. Okay, good. I don't know how well I'll play, but I'm going to play 2 games and see what I can get done. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm not sure what we're playing here. I'm sure we'll find out. Yep, I don't know this opening. A new one for me. I like finding new openings from time to time. How do I want to play this? I think we'll play conservative. I was also thinking about coming here, hitting this pawn, but I'm just looking to develop. Oh, perk defense, thank you, sir. Actually, you know, I was looking at the perk defense as black a while back because I thought it transitioned into other possibilities like the Dutch and stuff. But I hadn't opted for it. I looked at it, but never opted to actually play it. So, at least not as far as serious chess. I hadn't ended up playing it. But I did look at it. I will admit I did look at it. Did look at it. Now, do I castle or do I just do a pawn storm? Well, that's hitting those 2, but if he takes here, I'm okay with that. So I don't know what that's. I don't see that as much of a threat. We're going to play a little aggressive. We're going to have a little fun. I'm not worried about that at all, I don't think. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I think I was looking, I don't remember, I was looking at the perk for, I don't know, I was reading about it and I thought, oh, that looks like it might be an interesting choice. I never ended up playing it though, so. I know I'd looked at it as a possibility in the past. So the queen has been released, his queen, with this move. I'm playing as if I'm playing blitz, by the way. So, you know, I've been teaching and preaching and not following my own teaching and preaching because I've been just playing when and I play way too fast now. When I've been playing games, I need to slow down and play good chess. And I'll be honest, I've not been doing that at all. All right, so you can get this in and double up on my pawn here, but I'm looking at this, maybe this, but then you'll be attacking here. If I castle first, I'm trying to think for a change. If I castle first, he could still get the queen here, get a second attacker on my pawn. I could do this early, which I don't know how much that buys me. No, you know, I think I'll castle first. We're just going to castle. We're going to let him have fun coming at me, I guess. I'm expecting the queen move, which I'm going to push this pawn. That's my plan. If anybody asks me, that's what I'll tell them. Yeah, so I don't remember what I was learning. I might have been learning the perk to play it against e4, I guess. That's what it is against. I don't know why I was looking at the perk then. I usually like looking at openings that I can transition into something else that I already know so that I learn faster and have less study time. Yeah, I was talking the other night about all the studies that have to go in. So this pawn is protected right now. And he's not attacking here. I'm not sure I get this move for sure. I'm feeling like I want to start pushing at him. I really do. I still have this option too to push at him. I'm not sure what that's, unless he's going to follow up with this soon. And try to make that uncovered. Then I still like this push. Okay, let's try this push. Hey TK, how you doing? TK says push. TK has no doubts. I love it. How you doing, TK? We're going to be going over Sudakus' games in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Uh-oh, super sleepy. Wow, okay. Thanks, Ratchet. Yeah, it's been really crazy hot where Sudakus is. I know that for a fact. Crazy hot. He said, and I've been getting weather reports. Every time I go to his Instagram, it shows that he's in Vegas and that they've been having heat warnings. So it's pretty bad. Pretty bad. All right, so let's get back to thinking. I'm thinking I like trying to open up the king side. I mean, this is one choice, but I'm liking this one with my queen here. I don't want this to happen anytime soon, but, you know, I don't know. My opponent is definitely taking his time. So, we're going to obviously get late to Sudakus because this game will not be done in 2 minutes. But I do need to get, like I said, 2 more blitz games and 1 more rapid game after this done for my weekly personal training plan that I am doing through... I'm doing it through the... It'll come to me later. It'll come to me later. Okay, I can now push, because then if he takes, I take, and he's got 2 pieces on it, and I've got nothing protecting it. Tempted to go here a little bit, just to set up a discovered, but I don't know that that discover has anything going for it. I do like later that I can get in here, but right now this pawn is unprotected if I move my knight already. So it's making me think I want to move my knight. But you know, I don't feel like I have to move my knight now. I'm thinking I'm going to push one of these 2, and I'm liking this one. But then he pushes this one, then we take. Yeah, I think so. I think we could take, because this take, and we just push on. Maybe this pawn is, well, that pawn would still be there, right? No, that pawn would be gone. What am I talking about? Yeah, okay, we're going to push here. Oh, is it really? Is it its 11th birthday? I don't know what that does for me, though. 11 years? Man. But that's nice. I'm sorry, guys, but I like the fact that they are doing it for free. I like the model. I just like... everything else being equal or unequal, chess.com could be a lot better, sure. Capitalism, you're making money, you're showing that you could do more things if you're making money at it. But I like it that it's free. I gotta give them a lot of props for making it free. Just the way I look at it. Alright, now we get into interesting waters. Takes here, fixes my pawn problem. That's gotta be good, right? That's gotta be good. Okay, that's gotta be good. That's gotta be good. Fixing my pawn problem's gotta be a good thing. This pawn is also loose. rook can't even go here yet because we got the being blocked off. They're not connected, which means if I swipe that pawn, I can come back here and push for a queen trade and be up a pawn at that point. It's still a nice situation as far as I feel. You can't take, oh, you can take that way though. Okay. How do we want to proceed? Do we want to push? If we take, he just takes. That's not that good. Want to take here, but then he takes here. La 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 la. I still like taking here actually. He takes here. I like trying to close this down though. I'm just trying to figure out how best to try to close that down. Pushing seems interesting. I don't like him taking. I think that gets into trouble. But I do like the concept of pushing here. I do like that concept. We're going to go with that. Yeah, oh, is there a spectate button? Awesome! Yeah, it's about time. About time. I do like their showing of the games for the National Open. I think is better. So, I do like what they're doing with showing the games. I think it's much higher quality. Okay, that pawn is still available, maybe. Maybe. Gotta be smart. If he pushes, I was thinking I might take with the knight. Now that does give up this pawn and then threaten mate threats though. So that's kind of scary. But then I get to push this pawn and his bishop is going nowhere. Including he's not being able to take off my pawn. And he has no checks. Oh, he has a check, but then I think I can step up here. From here he can go back here. Then I can slide over. Okay. I think knight takes is playable. Might not be, but it feels playable. Now he could sack here, take back, and then what? I don't see him winning anything for free, and his pawn is still in his way. He can't push the pawn without losing the rook at the moment. Alright, so we're going to try it. We worked it all out. And we're going to work it all out. Don't know if it's best, but it's what we're going to go with. I'm going to go with it, guys. We don't know. It feels interesting, and we're playing fast, so. Yeah, it does look fun. Looks fun. I don't know. Might be playing too fast. Alright, so again, if he checks, we were thinking it through, go here. Because then this check, we can then step here. Alright, bishop to there. Believe we can go here and say give me a rook to start with. I like it. The knight still holds that pawn also. Can't take without a check. King has no squares. I like that too. And then we can open this up in a moment, and there won't even be a rook there to hit at my queen. Oh, you think so? I hope you're right. I hope you're right, mi amigo. I'm only going to get this one in before we go look at the Sudakus games. He sent me 3 games already from today. He ended up yesterday in 24 out of 146. 24 out of 146 he ended up yesterday. That's really good. And Helenia Hokai ended up 20 out of 174 the day before. Okay, so this is protected. So I'm okay there to start with. That's okay. I think I'm okay. Now I just got to look though. So if he gets to throw that in, I want to take this really badly though. I really do. Okay, let me think. Let's not rush. I can throw the pawn move in because it doesn't hurt anything. Oh, but then his queen gets to go here. Okay. Again, don't want to rush. I don't want to rush. Could put the rook up. That's mine, no matter what. That's mine, no matter what. I'm pretty sure. If he takes here, I get to take back here. And then he could try to escape. I could push this pawn. Then I don't have to worry. Okay, yeah, let's look at that. Let's look at that. I push this pawn, then my knight always has that, and I'm good, right? That feels right. If I push this pawn, I don't have to worry about any trickery of taking. Yeah. So this is interesting. I take here. He can't take here. He can take here. But then I take here with check. With check. He takes back. I take back. He could take here with check. And now my king is on a run. But I'm also sitting here threatening mate. I'm also threatening mate the whole time. And he's got to be worried. And my queen holds the pawn. Okay, one more time. This threat, I think I should just take, I'm going to just take here. That also protects the pawn. So it does all that. Look at that. Protects the pawn. I like it. Sneakily protects. Okay, so he almost had to do that. Now I can open up this way. He could take back. But why am I going to open him up? If I go here instead, I get to come here. I don't get to checkmate him though. Okay. Oh, I can push. Kind of like the push. I kind of like being able to get into his grill too, though. How much of his grill can I get into? If he takes this way, I still take here. Okay, we're going to go with this. I don't know if it's right. I don't know if it's right. It feels good. Sometimes you do what feels good, guys. Yeah, good. I Ratchet, thank you. I see from what you know when you're not playing, it's easier to see moves. So I appreciate it. I don't want help directly, but I appreciate you looking at it. But I'm sure you see things so much faster than I do, because when you're playing, it's so hard to see. It is hard to see. Hard stuff. All right. And Tuesday we have our under 1800. Okay, so this was the one where I was thinking I'd just get a check. Oh, it's not a check anymore. Oh, I forgot it's not a check anymore. I missed the fact that it's not a check. Well, that's a drag. Okay, so now if I take, that was a pawn. I'm down a pawn if I take. If I take, okay, slow down. Slow your roll. Slow your roll. Slow your roll. If I take, he gets to take here with check. I have to come out. He gets to take here, and then he's going to win the knight back. Okay, he'll win the knight back. So that was an error. That was an error on my part. I can go here instead, and then he can't take, because then I have checkmate. But if I use this rook, which I like better, then this rook still has these threats, so he still can't take here. So that means he can't move the knight, and he can't protect the pawn if he moves the knight. So I like that move. Let's try that move. Let's try that move. Yeah. Yeah, I think that works. He doesn't have any checks anyplace that I can see yet. Yes, I agree. If the knight moves, I have mate. That was my last thought in that chain. And now I should be able to possibly sack here, not sack, but take here, because again, the knight can't take without mate. Now he could go here, which is probably a good move, and then I wouldn't have the mates. But if he goes here, can I then take here? Yeah, because now I have two, but then the queen would still take, I would take, bishop would take. No, he can't. Okay, I would still win the piece then. So if he comes up, I think I can take, because then if he takes, then I run. He takes, I run. And eventually, if he takes here, I could take with the queen. I think that works. Tough game, guys. Good game. Good game. For 10 plus 5, I'm happy with the game, but oh yeah, and I want to get to that. I want to get to talking about Sudakus's experiences at the National Open. Real chess on over the board is so much different than online. I'm thinking he has to protect that pawn. I don't know what he's waiting on. I'm thinking that's like a must move, which makes me, well then I can go here and threaten the rook. Well, that's one way to look at a ratchet, but maybe you'd just be okay. I mean, you could be either awful, quite good, or maybe you're just okay. We don't know until you do it, right? Until you play more over the board. Okay, so that's what we anticipated. We did anticipate that. We could push with the pawn, but then the knight gets to move because we don't have the mate anymore. Okay, gotta think. We don't have the mate anymore. I don't like the idea of moving here, his knight taking. Okay, watch. We move here, his knight takes, and then even if we take here, his queen takes here with the bishop backing him up. I guess we could just run though. I don't think he gets a mate out of it, does he? Not before I do anyway. Okay, I don't think he does. Okay. If I go here though, his knight could come here, releasing the bishop. I wish I could get that move in somehow. I really want that move. And if I take here, his knight gets to take. What if I just take here with the pawn first? No, that's not gonna be a mate threat. That's not a mate threat. All right. If we move our knight here, okay. So let's go back to taking. If we take, he could take. We can move. He could take. We can run and hide here. Now the queen's here, rook's here. So he doesn't even have a check with the queen. He has no check with the queen. I'm still threatening mate. He has a check this way though. No, he doesn't. The knight's in the way. Okay, we don't have time. All right, we figured all this out already, so let's just see what happens. See if we missed something. I think I missed a check here. I think I missed a check there. I think we might be able to survive. I don't know. I missed that check there. Could go there with his queen too. Kind of wish he would use his queen, I guess. I don't know. Whew. This is stressful, guys. Okay, so I was a little worried about that. Now, how about the knight back? Because the bishop can't get in anymore. The queen can't get there anymore. We go with the knight back first and see what happens. Because we're back to threatening mate. You can't go here with the rook. You could take, or you could do that. Okay. We could just push, but that doesn't work. He gets that check in. We want to run, but we don't want to run. We want to run, but we don't want to run where he can. Oh, I can't go there. That makes life easier. So it's here or here. We don't want to give him a draw, that's for sure. We're feeling too good about this. Okay. Okay, now, do we go down? We can go down. I'm going to go down. Now, I can block with the queen, and I think we're doing well. I can probably come here also. I can go here. This gives the queen under attack. It has to find a new home. So the queen will be under attack. I'm going to go with that, guys. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, getting tense. Getting tense. It's getting tense. Alright, so now I think I can go here and escape altogether. I don't see how I don't escape from here. Do you guys? I don't see how I don't escape. I'm escaping. I'm going away. He doesn't even have a check now. So this doesn't even say check, which means that's checkmate. Wow, that's an interesting choice I did not contemplate whatsoever. Check, 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 check. No. Check here, though, I like a lot. I don't see any reason not to say check there. I mean, that's not check. It'll be threatening. Ugly checks. Threatening to win the bishop. The bishop has a square to go to. We're going to go with that one. And he's running out of time. Okay. So we could throw in the check first, right? I think we throw in the check first. I got time to think. Throw in the check first. King pretty much is going to come over. Then we take this one. And I think that's game. Oh, he didn't even take that one. So now we get this one. What do we just take here? I can take with check. Okay, we're going to take with check. That keeps my everything. Oh, that was a mistake. Dog. That's okay. I still have way enough material to matter. I still have way easy win. Okay, that was a mistake. I missed the stupid queen coming back. My bad. My bad. We still get lots of material. We're still looking quite healthy. We're going to take all the material he's got. We're going to take all the material he's got. We're going to take all the material he's got. We're not going to worry about this. This is still mate. Boom, guys. Yes. Woo. Or as Hannah Witter does. I don't get to do any of that stuff normally because I don't play rated games online. All right, guys. Hey, got one of my rapid games done. I need to do 2 rapid games. I need to do 2 rapid games and 2 blitz games. So sometime tonight, I'm going to get both of those in. And let's get to work on day 3, games from Sudakus. Hey, Murph. I don't know if you need to make me mad. He didn't. Seriously, he didn't make me mad. He didn't make me mad. I just got excited because it was a tough game, and I found some good. I was excited. It was a good game. I got to go over that game later. But right now, we're going to go over the games of Manuel Martinez, our man SudacusChess. All right, first thing I'd have to do is change this orientation to white because he had white in this game. I believe this is, first round. He lost this game. I know he told me already. I know, spoiler alert, but let's see how it goes. D4, E4, E6, D4. He says E5. I got it. What? E4, E6, D4. He says E5, but it didn't draw it like a normal D. I don't know what that was. It might even be a C5. That might even be a C5. I'm thinking it's even a C. Let me check. It looks like it might be a C5. He played C3. My opponent played knight to C6. He played knight to F3. We're going to, this is hard. As you go. You guys know translating score sheets is not easy. Queen to B6. Bishop to D3. Really? Oh, bishop to D3. Good. Better. Okay, bishop to D3. Pawn takes D4. So I was right. I guess unless it was E5. I can't believe it was E5 though. So pawn takes D5. Knight takes D4. Knight takes E5. And, whoa, knight takes E5. What? So knight takes D4. Knight takes E5. There's no pawn on e5. Okay, so maybe that was e5. Let's back up and see. I'm confused. So it was e4, e6, d4, and then maybe e5, c3, knight to c6, knight to f3, queen. There's no queen to b6 possible. Okay, I had to be right. Okay, my way. This had to be right. He's playing in the beginners section. They have 170 plus players in the beginner section. Right, you're right. It had to be this, right? So I don't know what I'm missing. Okay, but we had this, and then it can't be knight takes e5. There is no e5 to take. Let's guess he took here. But then we have castle, which I would think you just gave away free candy. And then knight takes bishop. So the knight does look like it's there. Maybe it was just knight to e5. Maybe it's just knight to e5. You know what? It's probably just knight to e5, castle, bishop takes. Okay, let's try that. That he said takes, but maybe it wasn't take. So then knight takes bishop. Knight takes bishop. Queen takes knight. Okay, we're on track again. We're on track. I think. Oh no, we're not. Bishop to d7. Impossibility. Bishop to d7 is impossible. Impossible. Let's say it's bishop to e7 instead of d7. Rook to e1. Bishop to c5 now. C5, sorry. So he could have changed his mind. That could still be right. Bishop to c5. b4. Bishop takes d4. Queen takes bishop. Queen takes queen. Pawn takes queen. Okay. Knight to f6. Knight to c3. Rook to c8. Impossible. Impossible. So yeah, this is not right, guys. Yeah, it's not. It can't be right. It could have been D. Could it have been D6 the whole time? D6 and D5? I think all of that could have worked out. Let's try that. Okay, E4, D6. If it was D6, and then C5, C3, knight to C6, knight to F3. Sorry, guys, that, unfortunately, the man of the hour is not with us at the moment to tell us, oh, no, he just wrote it wrong because he's not here to tell us, so we don't know. Pawn takes pawn. Pawn takes d4. Knight takes d4. Still no pawn on e5. You still get a castle. Hey, Raspberry Boss, thanks for the follow. And by the way, if I missed you last night, Bernardo Aquino, thank you for the follow. And Sounds, thank you for the follow. Queen takes, remember all of that. Bishop to d7 now is legal, but we're not going to get bishop to c5. Bishop to c... you don't get bishop to c5 out of this either. Bishop to d7, rook to e1, and then supposedly bishop to c5. There is no bishop to c5 possible. Let's make it, no, because then his answer is b4. His answer was b4. So it's not what? I mean, and there's two pawns in a way, so but I don't know, guys. Extremely difficult. Okay, we're gonna have to skip that game. He lost it anyway. We'll wait and see if we can get a better, translation of the score later. All right, so we don't know. That game, I'm just sorry, we don't know. Okay, this one he got to play someone named Hermes. What a great name. Okay, the god of what? Messenger? Yeah, with the wings on the feet. Oh man. All right, so he's playing against somebody named Hermes. Pretty awesome. All right, let's see if he gave us a better score sheet. So you guys have been spoiled. You've been seriously spoiled playing online. So online, it keeps the score for you. You never have to worry about writing down your score. But I can guarantee you, even as much as I play chess in tournaments, I had score errors all the time, and that's why after the game is over, I would go and do it, and I would sit down and go over the game again, hopefully with my opponent, but even if not by myself, while it's fresh in my mind, and fix my score sheet. The biggest thing that normally happens is you miss one move. So you miss the fact that like you'll forget to write down d5, and then you start writing white's moves in your box, in the black box, and so your score is off by one move. You just don't know what that move was that you were missing all the way through. And that's probably what happened in that last game. He was either missing one or two moves that he just forgot to keep, he just didn't write it down, and then you look and you go, oh my gosh, you just keep going. So I try to teach my students to look, you know, when your opponent moves, hits the clock, you have your pen in hand already. You can be chewing on it if you like, right? They make their move, you write the move down. I tell my students, put the pen down, think about your move, figure out what you want to do, look over the board, decide, you got your move in hand, write down your move, you make your move, you hit your clock. That way, you know, you're always, it has to become a habit. Write, think, write, move, hit your clock. Because you also have to remember to hit your clock. Nobody has to tell you that you didn't hit your clock. They could just let your time run. Okay? You don't get this beep when you get down to like 30 seconds, like online. Oh, really, Ratchet? In real life, nice. Hey, Mercy Wing. What does that mean? I don't know what Mercy Wing means, but I like the wings. I like, especially I like the wings because I use SudacusChess a lot, and SudacusChess gives you a wing if you donate money as a sponsor or a donor. Yeah, it's free, but you can give them money. All right. So Ratchet, it looks like might have the second opportunity. Look at this, Ratchet. Ratchet, look at this. 2 games. He had one yesterday. He has one today, guys. 2 games. 2 games. 2 games with this. Ratchet, your prep for him paid off 2 times now. So I teach my students to write, move, hit. Now, it is illegal to write, think, erase, write, think. That's illegal, because that's called note-taking. Okay, that's note-taking. But if you write it, move it, and hit it, you're fine. And the reason I do it is I want one hesitation. I want a moment's hesitation. You write it, you go to move it, and you go, oh my gosh. What? I was about to do that? Oh my gosh. Nope. I can now make the other move, because it doesn't matter. My score sheet doesn't have to be right before I can move. Make the other move I realized I should have made, hit my clock, fix my score sheet, you're good to go. So as long as you're not using it to take notes, you can write your move first. There's nothing that says you cannot write your move first. It says that you cannot use it to make notes. All right. No, I know Bishop to E2 wasn't. The other game, if you watched, you said you watched the stream, his opponent played the Bishop to E3, Bishop to D3 move. He got into that exact same line. But, hey, Sudakus, you made it, my friend. Hey, if you have time to Zoom, if you don't, that's okay. If you have time to Zoom, it's the same link as the very first time. The only one I think you've used. I went back to the first link. I also sent it to you in an email, so if you want to go over it. We were having trouble with your first game today, but it was a loss, so we didn't care. We couldn't get the score sheet right, but we just started looking at your second game, where Ratchet's prep with you has come in again useful. Where we see that a second player playing against the Caro-Kann is playing the H4 variation. So, if you want to do Zoom, we'd love it. We'd love it. Come on. Come on and join us. But it's the same link. I sent it to you via email. So I will stop this analysis, guys, because unless Sudakus wants to go over that game. But I think he just wants to share with you guys the excitement of the tournament. And I will set up one to be able to share his picture better, as I did last time. So hopefully he'll be joining us momentarily, and then we will just like feature him as much as he wants to be featured. Yeah, yeah. It's I'll actually put in a few more moves while we wait for you to join us. Remember, it's I just sent you the link via email though, so you should have it. It's a recent one. So bishop to e2. Sudaku said, okay, time to break open the center with c5. Pawn takes c5, and we get queen to a5 check. I think this might have been a prep by our man Sudakus. We get e6 followed up. All right. Bishop to e3. Interesting. Bishop to e3. Oh, that can't be because we do bishop takes bishop next. So maybe it was bishop to d3. I'm gonna guess. It says de, but it can't be, right? e6, bishop to e3, bishop takes bishop. There he is. All right, guys. We'll pause on this. Sudakus! Let me know if you guys can't hear him. I don't think I can hear him yet either, though, so it's okay. Oh,
hello.
There we go. There we go! Sudakus, mi amigo, ¿cómo está? You can't hear me, because I muted me. ¿Cómo está? How are you?
Oh, good. Hi, guys. Hi, everyone. Thank you, Ratchet, by the way.
Yeah, Ratchet's prepped you better than any of your coaches, probably.
Isn't that incredible? That as soon as I went with the Karugan, they went h4.
Must be a popular variation. Ratchet says, happy to help.
Nice.
Good, Ratchet.
I won number 5. So far I have 3.5 wins, 1 loss. And the one that I lost, by the way, the guy cheated. And I decided to resign because he wasn't going to let it go.
Didn't want to call over an arbiter?
No, because I didn't want to ruin my day.
Okay.
Yeah, so I told him F you, and I resigned. And I said, this is not the way to win. You won't get fired cheating. But then I went and I drank some water, waited for the next one. So I drew. I had that one was a win game, but then he found a official mate check.
Ah, okay.
So I didn't see it, and he told me later that he didn't see it either. When he realized I couldn't get away from being checked, then he was happy because he was way down in the queue. Yeah. So we both smiled at each other, shook hands, and went outside to go.
Nice.
It was a good game.
Yeah, have you gone over any of your games with any of your opponents yet?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No. This last game was nice. I was the first one out, by the way.
Ah.
Yeah.
A quick game.
Out of 180 or so. I don't know how much more it is, but the tables can filled. So I'm thinking 180 at least people.
Okay.
I finished first with a win.
Nice. First one done. Get to take a break.
Yeah.
And now you up to your... So that was against Vero or Nagy?
Yeah. No, Nagy.
Nagy.
John Paul Nagy.
All right, that was round 5?
Yep.
All right.
I sent you the that one also.
Yep, I got it.
There's the one with the draw that I think the gentleman took my tea.
He took your tea?
Yeah. No, the paper, my...
Oh, your sheet.
Sheet.
Just an accident? Picked up your sheet?
Oh, more than likely. So, it doesn't matter. It was a draw. It was a good game. And this last one was quick. It was really quick.
Well, I'm going to put it in while you talk to us and tell us what else you... Tell us about your experience and how you're enjoying it there, and just... I think curious minds want to know.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully, guys... And by the way, thank you you, Tiberian, for following my games. And thank you everyone that has been interested in knowing how I'm doing. So far, it has been a positive experience. What I can tell you for sure is that you need to think about it like 10 times before you go to a tournament of this caliber. It's very excruciating. Obviously, you're in a foreign place, so you cannot eat normal. The food is crap and very expensive. No matter where you go, even if they have it in Chicago, it would be. I bet you it would be. The stress of competition. You know, we're in Vegas. Outside it smells like marijuana. Inside smells like a body odor.
That's not pleasant.
Inside the room. So I over perfume myself just to see if I could cope. What else? I would say 99% of the players are very honest and very good players. Very good players. I was very surprised. I only had like one easy game. That's it. All the other ones I have to fight for. Well, this one, but I really got him with a poison pawn in a second night.
Yeah, I remember that. You did have an easy game the other day against Kinsey.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of the person, but yeah.
Did you play any children yet?
No, I'm still happy. Still happy. Levy Roseman was playing a kid a couple times. There's the GM that I took a class from yesterday night. He was playing a kid.
Okay.
He was just destroying him.
So you said you took a class last night from a GM. Was it just an open class they gave?
Open class. He answered questions. He analyzed the Capablanca.
Oh.
He explained details in regards to what bishop to use and what bishop to sacrifice. The way he explained it made it so much sense, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, let's say that you have a bishop with black square, so all your pawns have to be complementary. So they go at the white square. Now, if the opposition has the bishop with, let's say, white square, all your pawns have to be in black square. So that way you negate the existence of that bishop. Holy crap! I used it today somehow.
Huh.
And I was pushing for moving my pawns, but then I realized it was not necessary. But I had that in mind, very much in mind. And actually, my game was strong because of the way I positioned the pawn.
So it's got to feel good to learn something like the night before, and then come back the next day and use it, huh?
Yeah. But I guess I noticed, you know, what I've noticed is my pawn structure is getting better. I don't play like I play. Well, I don't know. Have you liked the games that I have played?
So, they're very interesting. We've been going over them. Not too deep analysis, but the ones that we have, like, we can go through the score sheet, like this one we'll go over. Have been very interesting.
You know what? Yeah, you know what? I think I could. If you want to analyze this one, then I can give you some insight on the last 10 moves or so.
Okay, if you like to. Do you have time? When's your next round?
Yeah, 20 minutes from now. But I think I can actually see this one because it's just one more game.
Okay.
And I may just go for a draw in the second move.
Getting tired?
Call it yeah.
Well, you know, the other option is just to play like wild fun, try to kill them, right? Just out the gate, just throw everything at them. Say, I'm going like as if I get checkmate, I win like $1,000. If I lose or draw, I get nothing. So I got to win this game. So I'm going to go all out for a win and just see what happens.
Yeah. And
So,
say why.
so we have at least one person who's very curious about the cheating incident that you were talking about.
Oh, sure, sure.
It's up to you if you want to talk about it now or.
Yeah. So this what happened. By the end game, well, if you look at the game.
Yeah, we couldn't get to that. I tried to look at that game all the way through, but we got lost early in the game where I think we're missing a move or two.
Okay, sorry about it.
No worries.
So anyway, by the end, I had I think 4 points at the end, and I was going to the end game, and I took my rook, and I had it was a one game. I had a pass pawn, and I was going to place my rook on the same file of that pawn and just drive it all the way up. Right? I took my rook, and then I put it one file before, and then I started looking around, and I thought it's not the best move. And then I put it on the file that I needed it. And the guy said, "You already dropped the rook." And I said, "What do you mean? You dropped the rook on the first square that you put it?" I said, "No, I didn't. I was holding it, and the rook bounced ever so slightly, but I still had contact with on my fingers. I'm not that stupid, you know. I just put it there momentarily because I thought, is there anything better? And then I thought, oh no, there isn't. And then I just placed it, and the guy accused me that I had dropped it on the wrong square for me. Excellent square for him because he on the next one would have taken it with his queen. I mean king. And I thought, no man, I didn't drop it. You know that I did. I never took my hand out of it. It bounced in my hand very slightly because I was trying to make sure that it was where I wanted. And he said, no, you dropped it and it's my turn. I said, I didn't drop it. He said, no, you did drop it. And I told him, I call him a mother effer. And I said, this is not a way to win. I'm not playing with you. You're a cheater. And I resigned. Because after that we were kind of equal. But if he would have taken my rook, and also I decided not to call an arbiter because it would have been hearsay, and I didn't want any kind of confrontation because that would have put in the next 5 games for me.
Okay. So just for all the rest of you guys because as we predicted, Sudakus, most of our viewers have not played in over-the-board tournaments. So I will let you guys know if you have someone who accuses you of dropping a piece and you say no, I did not, you can call over an arbiter. But Sudakus is perfectly correct. They'll go, oh well, it's your word against his. So we have to believe you, Sudakus, that you didn't let go because there's no way to prove you didn't stop touching the piece. So play on. And they will watch, though, and make sure that there's no other instances of problems after that point. But yeah.
And I had a winning game. He had 3 minutes. I had 15 minutes left.
Yep.
Him accusing me was the only way he could win.
Yep, you should, yeah. So, I mean, most of us are like, dag, Sudakus, call over the arbiter and make him eat his words, but I understand, too, that you didn't want the confrontation to ruin the rest of your day.
Right, because it would have. Because I get very riled up. And that's why I don't like confrontation. I usually end up with people on the floor.
Yeah.
On top of it. So I decided to play it cool, and then I thought, the hell with this one. I have 4 more to go. 5 more to go. And that's how I took it. And I still won. I won so far. I have won $100.
Oh, did you?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yesterday, in any plus games, meaning if I'm playing 6 games, if I get 3.5, that's a plus half. right?
Right.
Any plus games in any of the 3 days gets $50. Yesterday I got 50. Today I got 50. So I went to the chess store and I spent $100 on stuff.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice that they give for plus scores you get $50. That's nice.
Yeah. And on this last one, whoever wins gets the chessboard that we were using or that we are to use. And if there's a draw, black takes the board.
So you're going to see. That's why.
I don't.
Do you have black?
No,
Do you have black in the last round?
No, I'm playing white.
Well, then you can't give a draw because then you don't get the board.
I know, but I have so many Siberian, so many boards.
Yeah, but then you could give it to the guy. You win it first, and then you say, "Hey, would you like it?" Or you win it first, and then you walk over and you get as many signatures on it as you can, and then you sell it on eBay.
I got Eric Rosen's signature.
Oh yeah, let's go. I'm gonna go bring up your Instagram while we talk.
Yeah, and I told him, could you please write, "Oh no, my queen"? Oh, he said, of course. So, oh man, he was so
Don't remember my
polite,
password.
so personable. I really like the guy. And he said, would I recognize your Twitch username? I said, no, because I have never talked in your channel. I just learned from you. And so I thanked him profusely, obviously, and I moved on. But I got a little chessboard with his signature. So I'm really happy about that.
Nice. So now what you do is you take a picture with that, and you send it to him. Because that way he gets to know who you are. You say, "Hey, you remember me from the tournament? You signed my board. I'm SudacusChess."
Selena Hokai was playing him a couple nights ago.
Oh, in what? Speed chess?
They were playing 5-minute games.
Nice.
Yeah, at night till like 4 in the morning.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I call it quits as soon as I'm done because seriously, I need to. I have a pounding headache, and it has been like since I got here. It's because of the smells. I didn't know I was so sensitive. I mean, marijuana all over the place. I mean, if there's not someone smoking it in front of you, there's someone that breaks right next to you somehow.
Wow.
And then you get into the casino like this one, the Westgate, and everyone is smoking in the casino part.
Oh, they're allowed to smoke still.
Yes, sir. So a cigarette and I detest that smell. So and also wearing a mask while you're playing. You know, my glasses get all fucked up, and also inhaling your CO2, carbon monoxide, carbon
Dioxide. Dioxide.
Yes. So breathing that over and over and over because you have a mask, so you're kind of recycling what you were breathing before, and that also I believe contributed to my headache.
How you feeling today?
Better than yesterday, but I cannot wait to go back to the strike and going straight to the swimming pool. 120 outside, but I'm still gonna try to roast like a lobster. Oh, one thing that I like to tell everyone is that before you go to an overboard tournament, if you decide to go through the pain of doing that, learn the rules, man. Incredible. All the newbies that I got to play against, I would say, you know what? 100% of them either talked to what we were playing, or one guy took a piece and then left it and then tried to move another one, and then he realized what he did. I said, yeah, go ahead, just play with the one you want. But obviously, if I wanted to be particular about it, I would say, no, you need to move it. No. But anyway, either they talk while playing, or they take the piece with one hand and they push the clock with the other.
Yep. Nope. That's illegal too. Yep.
No, that you cannot do that. Or what else happened? Oh, so many little things. Um, one guy, the number 7 that I drew and I beat him, and he was number 7. Yes. Anyway, on our first game, the one that we draw, he told me like 7 times, "I offer you a draw." I said, "No." "I offer you a draw." "No." And it was just excruciating. This guy trying to bring his queen in front of mine, and then me not going for it, obviously, because I had one extra point that I could actually have used. Obviously, I was going for the end game. "I offer you a draw." Don't do that. If someone tells you no, then wait a few moves.
Yep.
And then the guy told me, he kind of wanted to do a sacrifice like this. He was dropping one piece, and he was going to checkmate me, and it was unavoidable, like 4 moves or something. And obviously I saw it because obviously I have time. So I moved myself to protect from that. And then he tells me, "I thought I had you." And I thought, "You freaking newbie. You don't talk. You don't say, 'I thought I had you,' or 'Oh no, my queen.'"
Exactly.
Oh, but understandable. The other thing I realized is that many of the newbies are really good players. They're very difficult to beat. Anyway, I only have a few minutes. I have 7 minutes, so I guess I bid you farewell, my friends.
Yes, I guess we'll go over these games when you come back.
Oh, yeah, from Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. We'll have Sudakus's greatest hits. We'll go over your wins.
More than like, you know what? I'm just gonna go all out on this last one.
I think you should have fun with it.
Finishes.
Yeah, I mean, if you're tired, have fun. Play a fun line that you like. But play well, enjoy. Don't. I wouldn't. Yeah, I'd play that one out. But you already have a positive score, right? You said you have 4 already.
3.5.
3.5. So you already win money.
I already did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why I'm thinking. It's not that I'll ever use the USDF gradient, for instance. I mean, I need to think about ever going to another one.
Yes.
Anyway, gotta go, guys.
Alrighty. Bye bye.
Thank you, Tiberian.
Good luck.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
All right, our man Sudaku's got to visit us. That made my night. Hey, that was great. All right, guys. So this was I got the whole game in while he was talking. So we can look at it if you like, but this was his last one that he was telling us about. I can see if we can get any of the other ones in because we had another game. Let's see if we can get this other one in. This one's another win. We like looking at his wins especially. So I just have to hope that I can actually read the score properly because, we had troubles otherwise. All right, let's try put in one more. Let's see if this one will go in correctly. And Sudaku's had white. So let me flip this. And now I'm excited to see. I'm hoping that he ends up winning this last game now that I talked him into not offering a draw on move 2. His opponent might offer a draw too. Sometimes, you at the end of the day, you're like, I can't win. By the way, who asked? Schneid? Or did you ask? Yeah, no. Raspberry? Raspberry, no. He doesn't have a chance to come in first. And the way you can look is when we look at the results here. Let me go full screen for a sec. All right, when we go full screen, you can see that here he is right here. At the moment, he was 2.5. So he's going to be 3.5. Let me refresh. It shouldn't... if they've got his 4th game and 5th game in, let's see. So he is still at, they haven't even logged it yet. But he was at 2.5. We know that he won the next game. So now he's at 3.5, and he's 3.5 out of 6, right? Yeah, I believe that's right. 1, 2, 3.5. Yep, 3.5 out of 6. So he can't come in first place because there are still all of these people up here that had no losses. And so these guys are going to play each other, and chances are, unless they all keep drawing, there's going to be someone that ends up with 0 losses, and they'll win the whole thing. Interestingly enough, the guy that's in first place right now with 4.5 out of 5. Oh, HH. I think those are buys. Wow, that's... Oh, wow. I think this guy isn't going to play the 5th and 6th round. I think that's what the H's mean, so I don't know if he can win. I think he's not going to get a chance to win. But Sudakus played him and lost to him. So the guy's obviously pretty good, right? I mean, he's up here at the top of the leaderboard today. And here's another one that Sudakus played and lost to. So he lost to Taylor Chin. He lost to Michael Gammon. So on the last day, 2 of the people that he lost to, he played Han Zhang, which, yep, he lost to Han Zhang today. So 3 of the people he's lost to are in the top 10 today. So that's pretty nice. And as of the last time they posted, which they don't even have the 5th round that we know Sudakus won, Selenia Hokai was down here at 85, and our man Sudakus was at 40. Where is he? I just saw him. Let's see. So Selenia Hokai was 85, and Manuel was at 45. So 40 points higher. And this time he actually has more points. Last time they were tied in points. But yeah, Selenia had 2 losses today, while our man Sudakus only had 1 loss. So he finished higher than Selenia on day 2, and now maybe on day 3. Selenia Hokai blew him away in day 1. He ended up 20 out of 174. So it's just a friendly little competition between 2 streamers that know each other already. They already know each other from streaming, and then they get to meet in real life down there. It's kind of neat to look just to see how they're ranking against each other. Hey, Chill Comment, how's life going? Yeah, so I'm sorry. I don't usually, I wouldn't end up on the floor on top of somebody just because of a disagreement about chess, because I don't think I would. I have, you can call over an arbiter and say, no, I didn't let go of the piece, he thinks I did. And the arbiter would say, play on. We're going to play it as if he did not let go of the piece. And if you want, I will watch and make sure he doesn't do this habitually, right? Because, okay, it's not like he put the piece there, looked at it, thought about it, and then, oh, no, and moved his piece someplace else. His hand was obviously close enough that the guy's like, no, I think you totally let go. So no arbiter's going to give you that. No arbiter's going to give you that. They're going to go, play on. Especially since there's been no infractions, no history of any problems. He's going to say, play on. And that's all Manuel had to call over an arbiter, say, hey, we have a disagreement. He could have been calm as all get out. Hey, we just had a disagreement. I don't believe I let go of the piece. He thinks I'll let go of the piece. And by the way, I would not let go of the piece because my plan was to go here. I thought about that square for a second. Whatever. The guy would still just say, yep, play on. He didn't let go of the piece, play on. And then Manuel wouldn't have to worry about it. Now, the guy might call him a cheater after that, right? Thinking, oh, man, you let go and you're doing honest about it. So it just depends on your personality and what you know yourself well. That's the nice thing about us guys being older. We kind of know ourselves a little better than we did when we were young. And so he knows it would ruin the rest of his day. So he said, this isn't worth it. I don't want to play with you. Winning these games aren't worth it to me. Obviously you feel like it's that critical for you to win, so have it. And that's the way he decided to go with it. So obviously I can't fault him for that. It's his call. It's his game. I mean, you can't tell somebody else that they should have done, right? So yeah, that was against this guy, Han Zhang, or whatever his name is, who's up here with 4-0 score. So we can root against him, but yeah, that's the way that one went. All right. So let's go see if we can get this 4th game, because we were not able to put in the other games. Not all the way through, and I'm going to have to wait till he comes back and hopefully help us out and figure it out. But let's see. This game we can do. Hopefully we don't have any issues with the scorekeeping. Yeah. Knight to f6, knight to c3, g6. Looks quite normal. And like I said, usually you could figure it out. Somebody just misses a move somewhere, and sometimes you can figure out because they show you the next move, and you go, well, that's impossible unless they had done this, so let's make that move. And you can usually do what I would call forensics and figure it all out. Pawn takes pawn, and this is where he doesn't tell me which pawn he took with. So let's assume this pawn. Pawn takes pawn, pawn takes pawn, bishop to g4, bishop to e2, bishop takes bishop. I'm going to bet we're going to see a knight takes bishop, knight takes e2, knight to d5, okay, castle, castle, knight takes knight. Oh, whoa, how that happened? Knight takes knight is correct though, but queen takes knight. I didn't do it that direction, but it seemed to figure it out. c3, c5, knight to f4, obvious stuff, but let's see, queen to c6, bishop to e3, pawn takes d4. Well, does he take back, guys? Pawn, he takes back with the pawn. Okay, pawn takes d4, and pawn takes d4, pawn takes d4, knight to d7, rook to c1, play chase the queen. Always like playing chase the queen personally. Queen to a6, hits on a pawn. Knight to d5, says, well, I got a pawn of my own to go after with a check. Maybe he wants that. He doesn't care about this one. Okay. And he's threatening here. Fork. Nice big fork here. Oh, no, almost. I need one more piece here. Want to move over? Anyway, knight to d5, queen to e6. What? Okay, e6. That does not stop the same fork, guys. He protects the pawn, but he misses this fork. Interesting. Knight to queen to e6, knight to c6. Now he's got to mean knight to c7. Got to mean knight to c7. Right? Got to be. Rook takes queen 2. Huh? Oh, really? In blitz, though, huh? Okay, I'm lost here. Let's see. I gotta check my score here again. So I had queen to a6, knight to d5, queen to e6. He wrote that clearly. Knight to c6, which is impossible. But I'm guessing he would have went knight to c7. But after knight to c7, we have rook takes something 2. q2, queen 2. I don't know. Let's see if we can go on past that move, because something's wrong. So knight. I need a move for black. I have no idea what it would be. But then we had knight takes rook, rook takes knight. Okay. So let's say the queen moves somewhere. Where might the queen move? Ah, maybe that's it. Queen takes maybe that pawn, because I don't see what else it is. Okay. So knight takes, rook takes. Queen to f3. This all looks like it's feasible. If he takes, okay. Queen to b3. This all looks legal. Okay. Everything looks like it's correct. Queen to b3. Rook to c7. Looks like we're getting doubled rooks, guys. Queen to e6 again. Back to that square. Rook takes b7. f5. Rook takes knight. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Nice discovery. Nice discovery. Rook takes knight. Queen takes rook. See, beginners, we all leave free candy, guys. I'm telling you, free candy is, even in real life play, still the bane of beginners. Bishop to f8. Bishop to h6. Oh, look at this. Oh, there's no way to protect him now. No way to protect it. Nice, clean finish. Let's see. But his opponent keeps playing. I like that, personally. I like that. Check. Queen takes pawn, check. King to h1 has only one choice. He's probably sweating a little bit, saying, what, did I mess up? No, I didn't mess up. King to h1, queen to h1, king to f7. Queen takes bishop, check. He's only got one square, right? Queen takes bishop check, king to e6, queen to g8 check. He was trying to get him on to take here because then he loses everything, right? Finishes him off. But king to e6, queen to g8 check, king to d7. He says, no, thank you, I'm not going there yet. Too bad he doesn't have something holding that square because then he would have another nice little chance there. He can play that possibly, but let's see what happens. Anyway, king to d7, e6 check. He does play that. King to c6, trying to run away. Queen to c8 check, running out of places to run to. King to b5. Queen to b7 check. Queen to b6. Queen takes e7. Says nope. I have another pawn. Queen to e3. Ow! That's not going to be a stalemate. That's just a free queen. Bishop takes queen, and his opponent resigns. Yeah, that's true. But, you know, Snyder, hey, maybe the guy actually thinks he dropped the piece. We can always give him the benefit of the doubt. He maybe thinks he actually dropped the piece, and he thought he thought he was being cheated. Who knows? Right? Who knows? Hopefully he's not sitting there going, I think you let go. I saw space between your fingers, so hopefully he's not that kind of a jerk. Hopefully. So another nice game by Sudaku. So yeah, we're gonna need to highlight which ones are wins because those are the ones we want to probably highlight on his show later, right? We're gonna have to do a show on Sudaku's national wins, on his wins at the National Open. So won those last two. Hopefully he'll win the next one. If you guys, this Han Zhang game, that's the one where the guy accused him of not letting go of the piece or dropping the piece. Hermes, though, he had a win, which we could not figure out still, right? I mean, I think that was one of the ones, or maybe we just stopped because we ran out of time, because then he had joined us. So it's not that one. Yeah, here's the Hermes game. And he says in the Hermes game, Black had 19 minutes left and his opponent had only 3 minutes and 46 seconds. And this was a quick game. Did we get this whole game in? Let's see, what move are we up to? We're up to move 8. And he had bishop to e3. And we said bishop take... Okay, so bishop to e3, bishop takes bishop makes sense. What am I missing? Okay, bishop to e3, bishop takes bishop. That was what we said. But then he has bishop takes bishop again, which is impossible, right? Alright, so bishop takes bishop is impossible. He does have queen takes bishop. And then he has bishop takes h5. What? And then we have d4. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Okay, so yeah, we're still befuddled. So knight to c3, we had e6. At this point, I think we have everything correct. But then he shows bishop to e3. So let's say we go bishop to e3. But then we have some kind of bishop takes bishop thing going on. We have a bishop takes bishop thing going on for black. But there's no possibility to do bishop takes bishop at this moment. But I'm thinking it might have something to do with this. I'm thinking he might have backed up, he might have taken, but then he wouldn't take there because he would just lose his queen to a rook. And instead we had this move come in. I'm trying to figure out where that happened. Yeah, I'm having trouble figuring it out. So bishop to e3 is what he wrote. But then he wrote bishop takes bishop. And I don't see how that's possible. We have bishop takes bishop again, which not going to be possible, right? You can't do bishop takes bishop, queen takes bishop. That's all not possible. Queen could be taking this. If the bishop takes pawn, bishop takes bishop, queen takes bishop. Let's see if that's what happens. Let's see if that's what happens. Bishop takes bishop, bishop takes bishop, queen takes bishop, and then bishop takes h5. That's all possible. That might be it, guys. d4, but there's still no pin now, except, you know, maybe here. Discovered attack there. But let's find out. d4, g4, ignoring this one for this one. Pawn takes knight. This looks probable. Pawn takes bishop. Queen takes e5 check. I think we found it. I don't know how we fixed it, but queen to e2. Queen takes f5. And we have bishop to g4. Queen to a5. b3. I feel like we fixed it. Knight to f6. Bishop to f3. Queen to b6. Queenside castle. Queen to c5. Moving that queen a lot. Queen to c, and giving up this pawn? Oh, because he sees mate. Alright. I wasn't, remember, I don't look up, so I'm trying to get all the game in here first, so I missed it. But anyway, queen to c5, rook to d3. Check. If he goes here. Yeah, that gets him out of, I guess, the mate. Okay. Queen to, rook to d3. Queen to a3 check anyway. Throws it in. King to d1. He's going to have troubles. Queen to d1. King to d1. Knight to c6. Okay, block off that bishop. Rook takes c3. Queen takes a2. Bishop takes knight. Pawn takes bishop. Rook takes pawn. Queen to a1 check. King to d2. Right? Only legal move. King to d2. Rook to d8 check. King to e3. Queen to d4 check. Woo! Weak black squares. Weak dark squares. Queen to Queen to d4 check, but it's actually e5, right? Yeah. Queen to a1 check. King to d2. Rook to d8. King to e3. Queen to d4. Oh, no, I'm wrong. Thank you. Thank you. There it goes. There it goes. My bad. Alright. Queen to d4 check. King to f3. Queen to d5 check. Winning the rook. Okay. And his opponent, I'm sure, resigned. Yep, white resigns at that point. Nicely done. Nicely done. I don't know if I thought I just misread it, that he went here. Well, but here he goes here. He could get here, and then back to here. And does he have a mate from here? Feels like he should, right? But I don't see it. But I think you get a check here. He has to go here or here. Let's not care which one for the moment. I'm wanting to see, because I think then he would have gotten discovered check here, and I think that's it. I think that would spell it too, because then you get the queen. Oh, sorry, you get the queen. You don't want to use the queen to take it. You get the queen. If he puts it in front, you get the queen. If he puts the rook in front, you just take the rook and then get the queen. If he moves the king, you get the queen. Nice. Yeah, I don't see a mate, but I see a free. I see you could win the candy. You know, you almost gotta do this because, again, the king only has that one square, and you've already taken away these squares. It just feels right to me. Throw that check in. This wins a rook. This wins a rook, and actually, I don't even know where he's gonna go after that. I mean, where does he go? Because you got that rook or this rook, and you still have checks you could throw in, maybe not. So if he goes here, this is mate. Right? That's mate. Alright. If he goes here, I guess from here you could just take the piece. I don't see a mate. If he goes here, which is his only other legal move, probably best is just taken again. Okay. So yeah, this looks like this also would win, but not be. Oh no, this is a forced mate, because that's the mate, right? I missed that. So yeah, he only has one legal square, and then this is mate. So that's much better. I'm going to promote that variation. So yeah, that was a mate. So it's almost fun. We can almost look over Sudakus's wins and see how many mates he missed. Because he still got the job done, guys. Got the job done. Won the game. But we did see a couple of times when he missed mates. Quicker mates, right? He still won. But yeah. Yeah, nice. All right. That was great. We got to hear from him too. He got to go. So part of me was like, man, I wish I could have went too. But now hearing that and hearing that when he walked outside every time, it just reeked of marijuana, the whole place. And when you walk through the casino part of the casino, it's got people can smoke and it's full of smoke. And then just all this, and then he had to wear the mask the whole time. I'm going to say it right now. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't figure out a way to go. I'll wait for my return to over the board chess. I'll wait. So we have some tournaments here in Indiana, a town nearby. I hold tournaments at our library, which are very small. I don't think I ever play in my own tournaments because I'm directing them, and that's usually, you try not to play if you're directing, but you would play if you need it, like to have an even number so people wouldn't have to have a bye. But most of the time it's for my kids, it's for my students. I call them kids. Most of them are. It's for my students, and so I'm trying to get them to get a rating established, and they don't need to be playing against me. I think the one time I played one game in it, I had to tell the USCF, no, it's serious. Yeah, I really did play one game in it because they were like, your rating is way too high. You shouldn't be playing in that tournament. Are you sure you actually played in that tournament? Yeah, yes. So sometimes, and that's a big tournament, but it was also nice that anybody with a positive score in the beginner section got $50. And I don't know if it was $50 in merchandise, probably, because he spent it, right? So we'll assume it was a $50 credit in merchandise. And he did show us that he got two $25 coupons. I saw that on his Instagram, so maybe that's what it was, right? That could be what it was. But yeah, that's still nice. But you could go to a small tournament. Now my tournaments, by the way, because you'll see why I like Lead Chess so much, the tournaments I run at the library, besides the fact the library is full into this, is they are always free. Totally free. And I rate them, which costs money, but we just pay for it. And so out of the club, right? So there's and because we're an affiliate, and I'm a director, but we're an affiliate with the United States Chess Federation. We turn in our ratings. They're all real rated tournaments. We can give you $3 off of your annual membership. So if you sign up to be a member of the United States Chess Federation at our tournament, then we get $3. Right? The club gets $3 for each person they sign up. But we just give that $3 back to the participant, so they get a $3 discount. So kind of cool. But yeah, we run tournaments. It's fun. I have to know the rules. I have to carry my rule book with me because sometimes you get those tough ones that you don't know. I'm always telling the kids shh and teaching them proper etiquette. So I like to think that my kids, if they were playing in the National Open against Sudakus, not only would they give them a good game, but they would know proper etiquette. Okay, ECF. So hopefully you should go check it out. The nice thing is, I would say, Ratchet, even before you guys, if you think you want to play in an over-the-board tournament, find a local club or organization that runs tournaments. Local. Find that first. Go watch. Go stop in for a half an hour during a tournament. You don't have to stay for the whole thing. Go in and be a spectator and check it out. Oh, the ratings there super weird? Okay. So we have here, you can have a blitz rating, a quick chess rating, and a classic rating. And I believe quick chess is anything. Quick chess is anything. Blitz is anything faster than 9 minutes. Quick chess is anything between over 9 minutes and under. I don't remember what the time control is. I don't remember what the rule is. But anyway, there's a range. And so you can get 3 different ratings, which is recent, like the last 10 years. It's a recent thing. Because it used to just be ratings. And Blitz weren't even rated. But then they started giving out Blitz ratings. And then they realized this quick chess isn't really, it's not Blitz, but it's not classical. So they came up with a third choice. Oh yeah, 152 is not, USCF 152 is not odd. Take a look. When we go in here and we look, these are provisional ratings, right? You can see the ratings still right here in this column, okay? In this middle column. So this is their provisional rating when they walked into the tournament, right? Because if it wasn't a provisional rating, then they couldn't play in this section. They would have had to play in the under 1300 section. But because they are playing in the beginner section, you cannot have an established rating. And almost every one of these people, after playing hopefully 18 games, they will be very close, if not having an established rating after this. So this will be their last chance to play in a begin. You get like one chance. Well, if you're playing in a big tournament like this. What? Fabiano who? Caruana? Oh, is that just a whole different rating system? Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. That is weird. So it's not a FIDE rating. So how did Fabiano Caruana even get an ECF rating? But anyway, in the USCF, and when we try to compare that to Lichess, you'll see up here that, 1299, 13, he's almost got 1300, but that's a provisional rating. It would have a question mark in it if he was playing on Lichess, right? It has that question mark. But you got 476, 453. So, in fact, most of my students are under 1,000 USCF, especially my new ones. And I give a prize, a very nice hardbound scorebook that you wouldn't even use at a tournament. What you do is you do like Sudacus did, right? Use their sheets. You'd come home, you'd go over them, you'd fix your score sheets, and then you would transpose them into this hardbound scorebook. Yeah, pretty cool. Anyway, so I give them a hardbound scorebook as a gift, as a reward when they reach over, if they get over 1,000. If they get over 1,000. All right, let's see if they've updated the rounds yet, because right, Sudacus was waiting. This is a Swiss tournament, guys, and so you don't you have to wait for the round to end before you play the next round. So here he is. All right. Manuel is in 24. He finished 24 yesterday, by the way. He finished 24 yesterday. Let me see if I can bring that up, and let me put back on my tunes. But I believe he finished 24 yesterday. I'm going to open that up in a new link. And beginner Saturday, he ended up 24. Look at this. He was 24 yesterday. Sorry, let me go full screen. He ended up 24 yesterday. 24 yesterday. Today, right now, beginning this round, guess what he's in? 24. I mean, that's like almost perfect, right? That's almost like perfect what his rating is, or where he belongs in this field. Because he finished 24 yesterday, he's in 24 right now. He can go. Oh, he can have his highest finish if he wins this game. Another reason I don't want him to just get an early win or early draw. But a draw would actually help him also. He's playing Dane Bagley, a guy from Nevada. Dane Bagley from Nevada, who did not have to travel very far. But there are tournaments over. Let's do a quick check, okay? Let's first do chess tournaments in Wisconsin. And I don't remember what part of Wisconsin he's from, but here's the chess, Wisconsin Chess Association. Oh, what a year. Okay, yeah, I don't want to know about that. I want to know about 2021. What are you guys doing? I want to know about upcoming tournaments. Any upcoming tournaments? Let's see. Wisconsin Chess Final Tour standings. So they had a Wisconsin Chess Tour. Okay. And look at these rating classes, guys. This is kind of fun. There we go. Look at that. So, in his state, and they get chess final tour standings. So they played in multiple tournaments, and they got some tour ratings. Yeah, and so this is where it's kind of fun. In your little area, you could be the strongest person. Look, they have no master. Oh, they have one master, and the master's tour record isn't even that. He's not number one. So the number one in the area is an expert. And you get expert in the U.S. for 2,000. So he's over 2,000, he's an expert. Over 2,100, he's an expert. If you get over 2,200, like this guy, he's 2,472, he's a master. And then you have B or A. So I'm a club A player because I'm 1958. And so one is I'm tempted to work to get to at least expert in classic. I'm expert in quick chess rating, but in classic I'm only a club A. So I would first shoot for expert, and then I would see if I can get to 2,200. So that'd be kind of fun for me to try that. But yeah, you could find chess in your area, right? That would be the idea. You'd want to see if you could find it. So chess tournaments in Wisconsin. And this would just say tournaments, but that was from way back. Yeah, I don't know if they've held any because of COVID. It looked like they were on hiatus almost. But I have tournaments here in my state and in Indiana. So, hey, Bernardo, thank you for the follow last time. I don't know if I got to tell you that. So, why are you saying Tybers is strong? Why are you mentioning that? Did someone ask? Anyway, so we're hoping that he has a good game against this Nevada native. All right, we got to hope for a good game against this Nevada native, and we hope he wins, but we hope he enjoys it. He has a good experience. By the way, the guy that accused that Sudaku said cheated him was a Californian. If that means anything to any of you guys, it shouldn't, right? It shouldn't matter where you're from. All right, I need to, if you guys don't mind, I need to play. Per my aim chess, I need to play 2 more blitz and 1 more rapid. So I'm gonna go. I gotta play the game, and I gotta play it tonight because you gotta get them done tonight. So let me just check real quick and see if I have any. No, none of my friends are online that might want to play me. Although Thinker Teacher's on it, probably kick my butt, but I don't. It doesn't really matter. But I'm gonna look for a 10-5. I played 1 rapid at the beginning of the stream. I need to do 2 blitz after that. Oh, I flexed you. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. I was sharing. I was sharing, guys. I wasn't trying to be flexy. I do need to see if I can bring up maybe my aim chess just to see if it still says I need those 2 games. So under my 2 games, go ahead and do that. Oh, no, it started over again. Okay, well, I guess now it doesn't matter. So there's some time during the day it kicks off. So now it doesn't matter. I don't have a FIDE rating now. I've never ever played in a FIDE tournament. I've played in USCF tournaments a lot, but I've never played in a USCF tournament. I mean a FIDE rating. I will allow that. What now? SudacusChess is a friend of mine that we stream with and we do other things with. So yeah, it's just a friend of mine. He's a streamer. In fact, let me do a quick shout out. If I can get my clock to show. Okay. Oh, we got a game. And my clock is totally off. Oh, you know what? My clock is totally off. I gotta fix that. Okay, that's not what I want. Stop. Yeah, so Dakus is a fellow streamer, and I will give him a shout out in 1 second. if I can fix my clock. Sorry, guys. Trying to fix my clock, play chess, and do too many things at once. This is why I don't usually try to play rated while I'm doing this, but you know how it is. You gotta multitask sometimes. Okay, guys, there you go. Sorry about that. All right, now I can look up and maybe get back to playing chess. All right, so Sudakus, let me give him a shout out. He's a fellow streamer, chess player. He's and then there's a lot of guys that I could do shout outs for, including Ratchet. Let me give a shout out to Ratchet. I haven't done that in a long time. And I also want to let you guys know about the World Chess Qualifier. Tuesday we are going to be the World Chess Qualifier will be going on Tuesday. And yeah, you know, this is familiar. Anyway, the World Chess Qualifier will be going on Tuesday. You're welcome. And we are up to the candidates. So Tuesday we have the candidates tournament. The candidates tournament will be going on Tuesday. So come out for that, 8 o'clock Tuesday. I will be giving you we'll be going over some instruction on different topics that we have been covering. So here is my list of things that I teach. Principles, we're up to 40. We're still analyzing where people fall. By the way, I've now done a 2,000 plus, I need someone that's between 18 and 2,000. 1,800 and 2,000. I have a 1,700, 1,600, less than a 1,500, and some other lower rated players that I have to put their ratings in there. But I did my analysis, and I'm feeling really good about this information that we've gathered, guys. Feeling really good about it. So, pretty excited about that. But we'll be doing that lesson at 8 o'clock. We'll start the lesson at 8:45. We'll start the candidates tournament. I don't know if I care about all this. What do I want to do here? Yeah, we'll be starting the candidates tournament. We're doing a gigantic pawn storm, and there's no king over there. So it's just kind of an odd, feels odd. Feels odd. I don't know if it's bad or good or just odd to me. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, you're going to miss the final? Oh, man. Final should be fun. Final should be fun. What do I want to do here? Knight here. My queen won't have any really good squares. What do I want to do here? I don't even know what I want to do here. Sometimes you do that one, but I think I'm just going to bring in my other one. We're going to activate our bishop. I think we might even go with something odd like this. But usually your bishop might even do all this. Oh, and here we go. Here we go. Now, I wish I could hit that square. That would be my ideal square to be able to hit. But we're going to go here first. I'm thinking about doing that. He drops in here. I can drop back, either one of these, and then follow up with that. Now he's going to get the push. Knight gets to come here. Oh, he does it earlier than anticipated. Alright, if I go here, he can still push here. Can't push there. I like staying here. And what if he comes all the way? Then I have to drop here, and I'm okay with that too. I think I'm okay with that too. This is an interesting setup. I'm not thinking as hard as I should. I'm really kind of frustrated because my aim chess, I had to do so many games by in the week. And I had 3 games left to do this week. And as you saw, I kind of messed up and didn't get my 3 games done. And so that's frustrating. I thought I was going to be able to get the 3 games done, but the time ran out. Yeah, yeah, Ratchet. I would love to. What time do you stream? Because I don't know. I've caught you a couple of times. Happy to raid you, of course, but now F3 I was gonna take here. Anyway, I was gonna take there. I figured he would take back, I would take back, and I didn't care. I'd take the two. Anyway, I probably didn't work, but that was my thought. Now that I'm looking at it, it probably just doesn't work. But yeah, I was thinking F3. I was expecting F3, and then I was expecting to throw that move in. But now that I'm looking at it, it doesn't look like it actually works. Almost anticipating. I think it might just lose some stuff. This is interesting, like I said, an interesting position. But anyway, so my frustration is I only had 3 games left to go, and now I can't do them because for them my day is over. So whatever time they're over in Europe, and so whatever it is, my time is up. All right, I can let them take. I can move on with my plan, which was to attack his knight. I can also push, but then this becomes a weak square that his knight's just going to pop into pretty quickly. So we're just going to keep playing more fun, aggressive chess. Because his knight can't get in here yet. Right? If he comes back, he can't get here yet because of this. And if he comes back, I think I almost have to. I guess I could take. I hadn't thought about takes. I hadn't thought about taking. I only thought about, this, but then his knight just comes back here, and I'll never get him out of there. And my pawn here doesn't really do me any good. But if he moves back, he takes. Okay, that makes sense. But now I'm threatening pawn. Okay, that doesn't look good to me. I mean, I think I just get a lot of material, don't I? I think I get a lot of material. I could be missing things. I miss things all the time. Thanks, Bernardo! So anyway, what I could do is get my 2 rapid games done now. Alright. If I take this one, he's got to take back with the rook all the way over there, pulling the rook out of position. If I take this one, he could take back with the king, because if he takes back with the queen, he drops this one. If I take this one, he's going to take back. And he'd probably take back with the rook and bring it over. Alright, let's take this way. Then I think we go here. Again, threatening the queen. And threatening this twice. I liked it better than a knight here. Because then the bishop, well, I guess if the bishop took, we'd have a nice discovered attack. Okay, we'll take the free queen. Okay, he doesn't even take back the knight. What am I missing, guys? Yeah, thank you. I didn't know what was going on there. All right, let's do one more. I need to do, I don't know, let me see how many I have to do each time. I need to do rapid games. I'm supposed to do 10 rapid games. So last time I got 6 or 8 of my rapid games, 6. I got 6. Because I played in the team battle. And in the team battle, it's rapid games. And we had a great team battle, guys. You guys should join the team and play in our team battles. We do that monthly. It's kind of like playing it's kind of like playing in a sub battle, but you don't have to be a sub. You just have to be a member of the team. By the way, we have probably enough subs that we could do a sub battle. I got to find somebody to do a sub battle against. Maybe we could do it against Sudakus. Maybe we could do it against somebody else. But yeah, fun. So, I mean, I could do another one. Maybe I'll do one more. Get 2 rapids out of the way. I probably should just go play in a rapid tournament, though, because the tournaments are a nice way to get you all the games you need for practice. Oh, were you, Ratchet? Excellent. I was the best on my team, too. Yeah, we could go look at those if you want. Let's see if we can get another game in. Just one more game. You wonder why I was the best of my team? I don't know. No, I did okay. Yeah, you did the best on your team. All the highest rated players did the best on their respective teams. My friend Jordan, who I study with, he did the best on his team. He had the same amount of points I did. He only had 1 loss, I think. And he was playing with his 2 boys, his 2 sons, which is always fun. They're like, I think they're like 9 and 12 or 9 and 10 or 9 and 11. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, fun stuff. And my daughter played on my team, and she did really well. She did really well. All right, quick game. Get one more game before I quit for the night. Okay, so Sasanes, I haven't figured out what the heck I want to do with Sasanes, to be honest with you. I've seen some things, but this is what I would normally play, but I need to study and find some lines that I want to actually play. I mean, I don't know what I actually want to play, and I just end up playing stuff, right? And I could do better than just playing stuff. So I need to work on actually finding a line, set of lines, learning a variation. Now, to be fair, I usually play other openings, right? I don't play against this. I don't play e4 a lot in tournaments anymore. But I want to get back to playing tournaments, and I want to get back to playing e4. I do enjoy my e4 openings. All right. So knight here, I actually know what I want to do. I'm going to drop the bishop back to protect the pawn. I'm playing this kind of like I would a Dutch, where the same kind of attack you saw I got last time, where I came over. And again, he seems to be overly focused on this side of the board, so I'm going to let him stay overly focused on that side of the board. I'm going to try to stay out of his way. He wants to play over there. He can play over there. I want to play over here. And I feel like that helps me, doesn't hurt me at all. It brings my pieces are going to get to come to life, the way I feel about it. And I just got to, so now it's worth it in a 10-minute game. I think it's worth it at this moment to really think through how I can get in here and hurt him. So the knight here is a common tactic. If I push here, he gets to just take. I take back, bishop gets to take back, knight gets to move with tempo, but I don't really have any good place to go with him. So I want to wait. I really do want to wait, and I can always try to throw in this if the knight comes here. But I can also just move my knight. And so it's tempting to move him here and see if I can get him to open up, right, with this. And if he opens up with that, then I can drop my knight here, and now the bishop holds that square from the knight bothering me. So, thoughts, that's what I'm thinking. Alright, so we anticipated that before, we talked about it. So that was my plan, which is going to drop back. And he's looking to still open up the board. Alright, so if I take, he could take back with the knight. If he pushes one more time, my knight's got to find new ground. But I think I have good grounds for that knight to go to. So I'm not really worried yet. So now the question is, do I just want to slide over and line up to attack here? Because then I can actually get some, I might get some fun. So let's see if we can do that. And in fact, even if he pushes, I might ignore him and push on him. Right? Because then if he takes and I take and he takes, I get mate. So. Okay, so anticipated that in my head, that if he did that, he's doing a discovered attack on my queen. Now, I can block with the bishop. This is interesting. I can block with the bishop. But if he takes, then I have to take back with the queen, so we're not doing that. We're going to block this way. Again, he still can't move his knight anywhere. Knight has to stay here. Now we have the bishop and the bishop, but unfortunately I'm kind of short, right? Not really actually hitting where we want them to hit. So I have to see if I can rearrange some of that nastiness to be nasty later. Alright, that does nothing to deter me from doing this, which attacks the queen and the knight at the same time. If he moves the knight here, I win this pawn and say checkmate. So now I get to attack the queen. I'm not sure about that last move at all. But this move freed this square for the knight. These moves do nothing to stop checkmate. This move just loses the knight. And we win another one, guys! 2 today. 2 rapid games. Feels good. Only one of them counted towards the record of what I had to do, I think. Let's see. No, I guess both of them counted. So one of the things I recommend to you guys, to myself, to everyone, is that you should take your games and put them in a study and look at them later and organize them. I try to organize them. So these two I know I did not put in my study. I have no idea if I put this one in my study. Well, how long ago? Oh, that was an hour ago. I know I didn't put that one in my study. And 2 days ago, I don't think I put this in my study. So I'm going to open it in a new tab, and then you just take it to an analysis board. Let me open this up on full screen. You take it to an analysis board, and then you can put it into a study. And I called my study June. And don't have northeast, I don't believe. Northeast, anywhere. I try to put them in order, because then I could just go back and look and say, yep, that's a new one. So there you go. And then you go back and you say, okay, that was against northeast. I'll throw this one into a new tab. I can close June for the moment. I go to the new tab, go to the analysis board. Don't bother doing the analysis yet. I'm going to do the analysis in the study. Throw that into June. Yeah, no, I don't do Ultra Bullet. No, I agree. I would not do your thousands of Ultra Bullet games. So the one thing that I will always say is nice about Bullet, I don't like Bullet for myself. I don't like it for my students' improvement purposes. But I will say you get to play a ton of games, right? Because Bullet is ridiculously fast. Now, if you're studying an opening, it would be my one exception. If you're studying an opening and you just want to run through that opening like 100 times and just, but not doing it with the computer, you want to do it in real life so that you can, play it. Well, there you go. That would be a good way to do it because you could play Bullet and play your opening so many times. So one of the things I know I need to do is figure out what I want to do against the Sicilian if I'm going to go back to playing e4. So I know pretty much what lines I like to do against the French. I really don't know what I do against the Caro-Kann. I just usually play. So yeah, if I'm going to play e4, and I might start playing d4 because I've never played d4 ever over the board. I've never played d4. The London system seems pretty easy to play, and I get the gist of it. So I need to find, different ones. Smith-Morra Gambit, you think? Okay, let's check out the Smith-Morra Gambit. So you guys know I like Lichess. And so in Lichess, I'm not going to use the Opening Explorer, but that would be one way to do it. But I believe they have Video Library. All right, and let's do a search for the Smith-Morra Gambit. So it's recommended by Ratchet. Ratchet has some good opening insights. Cool and good insights. Oh, wait. I missed some chats going on. Sorry, guys. I got to get better at making sure I always catch up. But Flavio's here. Flavio, mi amigo. Douglas. Oh, is Douglas Bernardo? Or no, Douglas is Ratchet. Never mind. Sorry. Yep. Portugal. Yes. Cool. Okay, you guys are just talking amongst yourselves. I didn't miss anything. I feel good. So it's e4, c5, d4. Well, let's take a look. Let's see. Mayhem in the Morra. I don't know if that's good for black or white. Morra Gambit explained here. let's see, intermediate, most attacking chess games, Smith-Morra Gambit, and chess openings, Smith-Morra Gambit. 3 videos. This one's 9 minutes. We can probably watch most of it. Let's take a look. Now, I should be able to move this over for you guys. And let's see if you can hear it. I can't hear it, so I don't think you can hear it.
Which I have choose is one of the biggest attacking world chess player, Mikhail Tal.
I love Mikhail Tal.
This game is,
Love Tal.
I'm very sorry that Tal hasn't played much of the Morra Gambit.
Don't understand
His
him,
opponent name was Nibel.
but I love him.
I tried very hard to find out the information regarding Nibel, but I haven't found any picture of Nibel, and all I can say is when the Nibel played this game, his rating was around 2400.
Alright, so this is going to be on one game, so we're not going to do that one. I just don't want to watch one game. I want to see maybe somebody teaching me the basic concepts to it. So this one's only 2 minutes and 38 seconds. Let's check out this one.
Hi, this is Marta. In this video I'm going to show you Sicilian opening game, and the variation is Morra Gambit. This is the game between Kankator and Maddox, played in New Zealand in 1933. White pushes king's pawn,
Okay,
so we have
got that. Yeah, that's basic. Oh, okay, right away the pawn. Alright,
f3.
so this is what Ratchet likes? Okay.
Pawn. And in case if you wonder if knight can take this pawn, well, this is not good move because after knight takes e5, we can queen a5, check, winning the knight. That's why
I do appreciate it when people that make videos show you why moves that people might think are good are bad.
takes, knight c3, like play brings knight in the game.
All right.
C6.
Gotcha. Now, what's interesting, Ratchet, I will tell you what's interesting to me, and I gotta resize. Sorry, guys. Let's resize. Let's get it pushed back over to where it was. All right. So what I will tell you, Ratchet, is that there was a. I've gone to a different study. Let me go find my study of some opening traps. I found a nice study that I liked. Let's go to my studies, and I believe it was by. I was looking at most of them were by. Actually, I give all the credit to John Bartholomew. I believe it was going over some opening traps and tricks and stuff. And I'm trying to find it because it's either under my public or my private. Okay, it's got to be in my private because it's definitely not my public. And we had opening traps. Here we go. And here we go with the Smith-Morra Gambit, Ratchet. No, it was this one. This one was by John Bartholomew. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Well, here we go. This is the one that he was showing. Immediately opening up the other pawn. I kind of like this. I can deal with this. So far, so good. I can deal with this. And this is where, I'll see a trap, but I need to look at it a little deeper because I want to understand, right? I gave away a pawn, and I know the basic. You give away a pawn, especially, it ended up being a center pawn. And give away a pawn usually for fast development, right? So right now, I am an extra piece ahead because we're 3 against 2. In black, it should be 3 against 2. It should be 3 against 3. With black just moved, he should catch up each time, right? Black is always half a move behind. Okay? Yes. And by the way, not only is it normal for gambits, but the computer will tell you not to do it because you're down material, right? But oh, look at that! Look at that. Okay, so this is the main line. This isn't even the gambit yet. I mean the trap yet. Queen takes, knight takes, knight to b5, threatening here. So if the king takes, of course this doesn't work that way. But you take here, and if he goes here, that doesn't work. And if he goes back, you get mated. Wows. All right. And then the other line was where if you threaten here, you just move your rook, you throw in the check, You throw, you come back. If he comes out to e6, you still get the check, and I guess you're still looking healthy. But yeah, so that is interesting, and especially if this is the main line where you take, and you take here. Wow. Okay. I might have to look at the Smith-Morra Gambit though, because I do like gambits. I do like gambits personally. I tell my students not to play gambits until they understand opening principles better. But this one looked pretty cool. I can live with that. I can live with that. I'll have to look at it. So he also had a trap against the Sicilian Dragon, which again I haven't studied. I'll confess I've not spent the time to study. I liked this one in the past, but I haven't studied it. But it's basic, right? Development. But this is against the dragon. But they might not play the dragon. They might play other things. But this could get you, right? This looks like before the dragon, but without this. Oh, 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 oh! How painful do you want to get? Wows! Wows! Queen has no squares, guys. So if you take with the rook, you lose your queen. You still do it. Ah, it's just a beautiful thing. So the question would be, why not take with the king, right? It's probably because you're going to get mated in the middle of the board. I mean, you're going to get mated, folks. You're going to get mated. Gotta take. You don't even have a choice. You don't even have a choice. Ow. 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 Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Okay. Well, that's true. That's true. I don't have to learn a lot of this. I like that. I like it. And if let's go back to the Smith-Morra, right? So if you I think they normally take, because that's the normal, right? And if they don't take this one and they do something else like develop, you could just take, and you have two center pawns and you're fine. You're still not playing. You're not playing a Sicilian setup, and I'm on equal ground, so I'm okay with that too. I like it. All right, let's see. I wish they were quicker at getting the results out, because I think it's been an hour since we saw Manuel, which means he may very well be done with his game. Still, he was playing 28. We don't know if he's done. I would love to know if he's done. Haven't heard from him yet. I feel like staying on until we find out. I can definitely text him because he's not going to look at his phone while he's playing. Oh, you missed oh man, oh, sorry, Flavio. I am going to do a recap though, probably Tuesday maybe do that instead of covering one of my many principles here. By the way, just so you guys know, I'm also working to do a collaboration with Thinker Teacher. I like Thinker Teacher a lot. We're going to review his 6 principles and his 6 elements. He's coming up with his own system. I asked him if he's read Nimzovich. Right? I just call him Nimzovich. My system. He says he's read a lot of books to formulate his system. It's still a work in progress, so good. He doesn't think he's got it all, but we were going to meet. We were going to try to do a collaboration where maybe we review his elements and we could discuss and walk through them together and see if we can help him with those elements. So hopefully we'll do that. You can't wait for the recap. Excellent. So these are the 40 principles that we're looking at. So what we also shared though, what we also shared was, and I can tell you this, Flavio, that our man Sudakus ended up first day ended up low on the total, like 100 out of 174. Not a good first day. 110 out of 174. Did not end up with a plus record out of 6. You have to get better than 3. He did not end up with a plus record. But the second day, or did he? Maybe he even ended up with a, let me see, because I can't remember now if he ended up with a plus record. Because I thought he said he already made $100. Yeah, I think he already made $100. So let me just double check. No, he ended up with 2.5. No money the first day. Okay, first day he made no money. Came in 110. But our other person that we watched came in 20th. Joseph Mansour. Well, let me go to full screen. You guys got to remind me. Goes to full screen. And by the way, you guys can use the sound effects. That'll get my attention if you ever really need me. Feel free to spend some channel points and use those sound effects. It will get my attention real quick, especially if you have a like, hey, fix your screen, dummy. You're supposed to be on the full screen. So anyway, Selenia Hokai came in 20. Came in number 20 out of 174, and our buddy came in 110. So if we're just comparing him to Selenia Hokai, he came in second place. Oh, it doesn't help? You can't see the names now? Or is it too tiny? Is it too tiny? It might be because it's too tiny. I wonder if I can just, how do I just like zoom in? Let's see, zoom. Zoom. I don't see zoom. I don't see a simple zoom. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so that doesn't help, he says. Second day, Manuel came in 24 out of 100, and I think it was 88. So they had 10 more people join the tournament. Actually, 14 more people joined the tournament. 14 people. Oh, okay. 14 more people joined the tournament, and Manuel came in 24 out of 188. 24 out of 188. And Selenia Hokai did not do as well. Where's Selenia Hokai? He's on here somewhere. I will search. So he came in 102. And he had 3 points, so he didn't get any money the second day because that's flat, right? So he didn't get any money the second day. He came in 102 out of 188. I think so far Manuel may have done better than Selenia Hokai overall. I think. But for our man Manuel coming in with number 24, a record of 4 points yesterday, 4 points. So if you get over 3 points, you get 3.5 or higher, he will get money. So he got $50 in coupons, $50 to spend in their store. So he bought some merch, man. He bought some merch. Right now, going into the 6th round, Selenia Hokai is in 56th place, and our man SudacusChess is in 24. And he's already made money. He knows he gets another $50 from today. So for a 3-day tournament, he made $100 in merch that he gets to spend. And he got to play. He got to meet Eric Rosen and got his autograph. He got to also see Levy Rosman play one of his matches. So fun stuff. He said he stood he was right next to Levy Rosman, and he's taller than Levy Rosman. So that was kind of cool. Yeah, we do. We have a nice tight-knit community. Yeah, and you're welcome to it, Bernardo. All it requires to be part of this nice, tight-knit community is love chess and try to get better, want to get better. This is all about getting better. That's all we really care about, is trying to find ways to help each other get better, and that's kind of my thing, right? I try to help. We do lessons, online lessons, free. We do lessons as we go through, and just because one of our fellow streamers, SudacusChess, because SudacusChess went to the National Open, he has not played in a online tournament, over the board tournament, in-person tournament in 20 years, and he'd only played in one, and he decided to quit playing over the board chess in tournaments because he had such a bad experience. He's like, I never want to do this again. And then he's been doing streaming and getting back into loving chess so much that he decided he wants to go back, and he decided to try it at the National Open. To try it at the National, that's kind of scary. Kind of scary place to do it. Is it? All right. I was pulling for Rosman. I like him. Authentic. It's not because he's from New York or Brooklyn, where I'm born and raised. It's because he's authentic. I mean, he gets on there, he's talking about his feelings, talking about his thought process at the time, the mistakes he made. It's just, I like him. Anyway, let me give a shout out to Flavio too before I go too far. All right, so check out their streams, guys. Follow them too. So yeah, we try to have, I don't know how tight knit we are, but I agree that we have a good community of people that care about each other and care about getting better at chess. So I have games here captured, as you can see, Flavio, from day 1, day 2, and day 3. And in the day 3, we can go look at, I don't mind showing these two again, because these were nice games that he won. Sorry, I almost showed you my advertisement. I haven't shown you guys that in a long time because I don't know how to self-promote. We've talked about this. I do not sell. I would never make money as a salesperson. So SudacusChess has white against some person, and we get a nice, he just attacks the center, controls, takes it over. Didn't want a trade of queens, of course. And, you know, this is a great way to play against beginners. Now, Sudacus is playing in the beginners section himself, but I think it's a great way to play, although it's kind of scary, right? Because his king is wide open, but he hasn't even moved his pawn yet, so that queen's not going to bother him. So his opponent's playing quiet, and so why not be aggressive? And it kind of fits Sudacus' style. He's always been an aggressive attacking player. So that's a great question, Ratchet. I've talked to other people about the fact that I love chess. One of the reasons is because it has no luck involved. In fact, that's why I consider it a sport. It's a true sport because there's no luck involved. Now, checkers also, yes, there's no luck involved in checkers. I agree. Checkers, though, doesn't equate, it isn't good enough to be a sport in my mind, although it could be. And it lacks because it's too finite. Way too finite. I don't even need a computer. I can get you human beings that will never lose. Same as tic-tac-toe. Tic-tac-toe, a simple game, great way to start little kids at learning the idea of thinking ahead, is tic-tac-toe. And so if you play tic-tac-toe, though, you just have to learn 2 or 3 moves, and you will never lose as black or as X or O, going first or going second. You can never lose at tic-tac-toe. You could say, I know how to win if you don't know what you're doing, but I'll never lose. Ever lose. You could do the same thing with checkers. So to me, it's not that it's George, it's just that it's too finite. So like tic-tac-toe, you can go up to a more complex level to checkers, but still, you could get human beings without any trouble, with just a decent amount of memory, that they'll never lose. Right? The best you'll ever do is draw against them. So it's too finite. Chess is still too wide open. There's so many choices, so many ways it could go. Even the computers change their minds after years, right? It's still rich. It still has so many chances, right? It's like playing Risk. Now Risk has luck involved because there's dice, but you get the idea that no 2 games are almost ever alike. Even though you could have the exact game, but yeah. Chess is a beautiful sport. Okay. So Sudacus is playing this game, and he says, okay, I'll trade the bishops, and I'm not going to take back with the queen, of course, and give you this pawn, but I'll trade the bishops, and he gets to develop his knight. Now, one of the things that I've noticed, Flavio, that Sudacus did more in this tournament than I've ever seen him do playing online is the next move, castle. He even castled in one game. I totally think he should not have castled in. He would have won the game, I think, almost easily if he had not castled. But he's castled in every game. I have not caught him hanging out in the middle at all anymore. So here he decides, and maybe right, maybe wrong, that his opponent has this knight here ready to be taken. He could pull the queen out. Personally, I'm always happy to see you continue developing, but I can understand he says, you know, I'm not going to mess up my pawn structure ever, and now I get this nice long pawn chain. So he goes for that, and immediately his opponent hits at the pawn chain, but doesn't develop his other piece. All right. Sudakus takes a moment to play chase the queen, and the queen drops back, and he says, now I'm developing. So I've got all my pieces. Hey, king, how are you? How are you? Yeah, attacking over the board, offensive. I don't know if I mentioned to you guys, I'm writing a book. I've got to get it done. I've written other books, but I haven't written a chess book yet. And the one chess book I'm dying to write, and I've got a lot of the material prepped and ready to go, is based on the principles of war, because I used to teach it in reserve officer training school for cadets in reserve officer training. It was one of my classes I got to teach was the principles of war. So I really want to teach it, use it, but I wanted to apply the principles of war which were taught by Clausewitz to King Ferdinand, at the time Prince, about how he should understand how to conduct warfare. And I want to use that in chess. I want to apply those 9 principles of war in chess. That's just my idea. That's what I want to do. And one of the major ones is offensive. And so, yes, attacking is the equivalent of offensive. And so I want to do that. I really want to do that. All right, so we get, he decides not to take back with the bishop, right? Okay. Doesn't take back with the bishop, although the bishop wouldn't be able to be chased by a pawn anytime soon. And takes it away, and now he has 2 pawns island, right? So he has 3 pawn islands. So that could be a weakness. That could be a weakness. Equal on number of pawns, but he's got this one is a potential passed pawn. But other than that, he's got all his pieces developed, and that's really his best part. This does give him an open file, which, of course, it's both ways, gives him an open file to play on, and he's kind of ahead of his opponent in attacking on that open file. Opponent decides he has to develop the knight, and we immediately play chase the queen. Queen decides to go over here, and we start seeing that white has maybe some advantages here. This bishop doesn't have any scope right now. Could come over here and try to get alive, but right now the bishop has no real scope. The knight doesn't have that many squares, only 1. We're attacking on the open file, and the only thing black has going for him at the quick moment is this open pawn, right? Pawn that he can take. All right, so we get, so you like it better than isolated pawns? Yes, otherwise he would have had an isolated pawn here. Agreed. So I think it was the right move. I agree. I think it was the right move. All right, so Sudakus says, I'm going to come in and take some, I got time, right? I got time. I'm going to attack. The queen went to some place not that great, didn't protect everything. He sees weak squares, and he's going to attack on those weak squares. The queen makes the mistake of coming over to protect the pawn, but forgetting that this square was also under attack. Now, he might have had trouble protecting, but he could have just taken, right? So he could have taken, and Sudakus may have taken there, and then Sudakus might have come back to say, well, now I'll still attack here and here. I don't know that he had anything else per se. And he can't even come back, sorry, because the queen is hitting there. So that might have worked out well as a starting point for Sudakus. For his opponent. This might have been a good start for his opponent. The other choice would have been to go here, but then the rook just moves and you took nothing for your time. So I don't see anything else per se. I think this would have been a good move, I think. Yeah, the knight's in trouble. Okay, so instead, he makes a blunder over here, and he gets to fork the queen and the rook. Still gets to fork, and then he says, oh, okay, I'll take what I should have done before and not give up my rook, but he gave up the rook. Sudaku says, you can have another pawn if you want. I'm going for mating threats here, guys. And he does, right? This still protects. So he couldn't take it right away, Flavio. He couldn't take it. But Sudaku says, give me the 7th. Pigs on the 7th. Rooks love being on the 7th rank. Could take here. Have 2 attackers there. That looks good. That looks good, guys. I'm wondering. That looks good. And if the knight moves to protect it, then you get this pawn. With not there. Sorry. Knight could go there. Knight could go here. This would be just ridiculous because you lose the rook. Actually, yeah, you could go here to protect the rook. Anyway, let's see what happens. He takes with the rook. So this is, it's just one of those where you take a look and you say, yeah, should you take with the rook or should you take with the knight? I mean, rook or queen. And if the rook goes here, you have 2 choices. You could take here, but you can also say check here. Say check here, rook takes, queen takes. And this is what you have to do next. Queen can get traded off. You can, I don't know. I'm thinking I like the queen taking instead. But it is what it is. You think rook takes is fine? Yeah, I think it's. I know it ended up fine. But anyway, so his opponent, I don't know. I don't know what we're doing here. I don't know what the idea was, but I think it's a bad idea because now we get a free knight. We get a free knight, or you can give up the rook. Your choice. He doesn't see the long-range discovered attack. Beginners, even over the board. By the way, a lot of the things that beginners make mistakes online, they make the same mistakes over the board. So he misses the discovered attack, loses the rook, and then the game is over because now you can't even stop. You cannot protect the bishop. And we get a few more moves, Flavio, but the game is essentially over. And he just drops the queen at the end. So that was a nice win. It was his 4th game today. That was the 4th game today. Now let's go look at the 5th game today real quickly. We put it in together, but we didn't really analyze it too much. So we'll look at the 5th game today. And then we can only hope that his 6th game will be over soon and we can hear. All right. Wow. Okay. Okay, guys, I got to show it to you. He did it. He says he finished the last game. He says he won it. And he says the guy claims to be 2,600 in chess.com. So he claims to be a 2,600 player in chess.com. I would love to look this up and make sure it's legit. Because that helps us when we talk about how good are people over the board. How is it different than online? If this guy's a 2,600 in chess.com, it makes him pretty good online, right? Hey, or so he told me the first time that we played. That's what he told me the first time they played. So I'm wondering if he must have been a second time playing him. I got the key. Oh, and because the last game of the day, the winner of each match gets to keep the chess mat and pieces. He got to keep the chess match, the mat and the pieces, and he got 4.5 points out of 6. Remember, he had told us, I'm thinking to make 2 moves and offer the guy a draw so I can go. I could just, I'm done for the, I played enough. And we tried to talk him into, no, play hard, play fun, but, play it, because, we want him to win. So he got the pieces, the board. He says he has enough, but I told him give it away to somebody else then. He has the pieces, the board, and he finished with 4.5 out of 6. So I'm sure the results aren't updated yet because everybody has to finish before they probably update before they can. Well, now King, we don't know. His rating was provisional, so you can't play in the beginner section if you have a static rating. So you have to be provisional or unrated. So his USCF rating was 1012. He was 1012, but that was provisional. Now he was playing 28. Dane Bagley. I didn't think he'd played Dane Bagley before, unless I missed it, because he said the first time we played. So Dane Bagley, if you guys want to look up a Dane Bagley on chess.com, I doubt you can look up them by their real names. So I don't know how to find the guy, but supposedly he says he's a 2600 chess.com rating. All right, we got to put in this game. I'm hoping beyond belief. I'm hoping that we have a good score. I'm glad we waited, guys. I hope we have a good score. That he wrote it correctly, so we can not have to get. Well, we guessed on one of them. We did figure one out anyway. All right, we have white again in this one. He got to keep the pieces and the board. That's pretty cool, guys. Got to keep the pieces, the board. I'm betting they roll up boards too. They're probably not paper boards. I use paper boards because they were cheap as all get out. When I started running tournaments, I could do paper boards, and wow, they were so cheap. Nice thick paper. But yeah, I'm betting it's a roll-up board, and he got to keep the pieces, and he got 4.5 points, which means he made another $50, which we knew about. But I think he also is going to come out where he ranked higher than Selenia Hokai over the 3 days. We know Selenia Hokai beat him the first day, 20 to 110. We know that Sudakus beat Selenia the second day, 24 to 102. And so we're hoping Selenia does well, but we're just hoping that Sudakus does better. Yes, he did play the King's Gambit. Yes, he did whenever he got the chance, which was only once, I think. Let's see if we can get this game. So his opponent plays his own opening against him, the Caro-Kann. We get, it's funny, so like, yeah, I know his writing, I know he's got this wrong because he's saying white did d5 and his opponent did d4, so we might be in trouble, guys. We might have a hard time figuring this out, but we're going to try our best. All right, he says e5, what now? It says pawn takes e4. Whoa, okay, so it was pawn takes e. Okay, he's already missing a move somewhere. e4, c6, d5, he says d4. Well, that's impossible. And then he has something, and he's got it crossed out. Oh, but he has pawn takes e4. Okay, I'm going to guess he did this. I'm going to guess because this happened. Those two moves happened. So I'm going to guess on that. And then what did his opponent do? I don't know if he did this first. Because I'm missing a move for black, guys. I'm just flat out missing a move for black. I don't know what move black did. Two tals? Why? He doesn't. What do you mean tals? Okay. Yes, there is an overall ranking also for the 3 days because the winner of that gets even more money. So whoever ends up at the top. So yes, there should be a ranking. You're right. I could just look at that and see how he did. Right. I don't have to figure it out on my own. That'd be so nice. All right. So again, this is one of those where I don't know what move we're missing. I'm going to throw this move in for the moment just so we could figure out maybe what happened. So we had knight to f3, bishop g4, bishop to c4, knight to f6. Sooner or later, he's going to make a move that's impossible without having done something else. Bishop takes f7. Sack time, guys. I don't know if it was good, but bishop takes f7. King to e7. All right, so there you go. What did he do? Because he can't have done e3, e6, because if he did e6, then he couldn't have played, right? Then he couldn't have played, he played e6, he couldn't have played bishop to g here. All right, so let's back it up and see if we can figure this out. So we say it's not that. So let's say he does this first, and then this happened, and then he does this, and then he does that. Okay. Oh, wait, then how do we get bishop takes e7? No. That means he has to have done this. He had to do e5. Oh my gosh, this is so painful that we don't know what actually happened. What happens if he didn't play? Let's see. e4, c6 we know is right. d5, d4 doesn't make sense. it's White's turn. We know this is what he would have done. What happens if he did this? But then it says pawn takes and then pawn takes. So that doesn't happen. So I gotta feel it's this. I'm not sure what Sudaku's did. Because then we get pawn takes and pawn takes. And it's on e4. So I gotta feel like this is right. I gotta feel like this feels right. We're gonna have to see if we can get Sudakus to fix this for us, because boy, we want to see this last win, don't we? My goodness, I really do. I'm gonna see if I can get him to join us. I'll see if he'll join us. I'll throw on a Zoom again. I don't know if he can make it, but if he can, we'll do it. He's probably going to be too tired and he doesn't want to, but boy, I would love to see how this game actually went. But yeah, finishing 4.5, that's sweetness. That's a really nice finish. I'm gonna have to look at this tomorrow, but yes, you're right. So here's the beginners overall, which definitely won't be won't be logged until later. But I'm gonna definitely look at that tomorrow, guys. I'm gonna definitely look at that tomorrow, and I'll talk to you about it on Tuesday. Now, Sudakus will be traveling tomorrow at his normal time when he streams. So I may, no promises, but I may stream for him. I might be a guest host on his stream, which means I will actually stream for him. And so maybe we can get him to either show us or tell us about it at that time. So that's part of my hope. I hope to do that. Right now we'll just see if he could join us, because I'm trying, guys, but I can't figure this one out for the life of me. Not yet anyway. So let's see if we can go back to our analysis that we had, just for fun, see if we get close. We had a take there. He said king to e7, which is not possible. But let's say it's there instead. Bishop to b. Guy decided not to take. Bishop to b3. Then he did knight to d7, so it's got to be king to here. So that pawn is not here. So we're missing something that happened. And I'm thinking the pawn had to go all the way up here. All right, so let's see if we can go back to... All right, so right here, I'm going to just... Let's say we go with this first. We know he did knight to f3 at some point, but let's say he did this first. Let's just say he did that first. Let's say he does that. Let's say he does that. And then let's say we take. Because then the pawn would be hanging, right? Because that way if he takes, we get the check, and then we get to take the bishop. So that's possible. King slides up instead. We go here, knight to d7. All right, that might be where we are. Yeah, I'm reading out your... Yeah, I'm trying to. Knight to d7, queen to d3. Ah, okay. Maybe he was... I don't know. But let's just... I don't know. Let's go with it for the moment, because I think we at least have the setup correctly. Knight to d7, queen to d3. Pawn takes d4. So there you go. That seems playable then, that was legal. Pawn takes d4, queen takes d4, bishop takes knight, pawn takes bishop, so this all looks right. King to e8, bishop to d2, knight to h5. I don't know, it's kind of like finding the prize in the Cracker Jacks box when I'm able to figure out what happened in the game, even when I can't read the score sheet right. I feel like we're solving a puzzle. Ah, gotcha. If he had taken the pawn, it would have been... Yeah, there you go. Bernardo, good job. That's probably what happened. No, not 2600. But remember, chess.com is not over-the-board chess. So I don't know. Maybe he was cheating with a computer when he plays chess.com. Well, who knows? I mean, you can't tell, right? You can't cheat here, though. You can't pull out a book and look it up. You can't pull out your phone and look it up. Can't use an engine here. So who knows? Maybe he is a 2600, but maybe it's because he's not playing fair. So what is knight to h5? It's called a mistake. But let me see. Yep, that's what he said he did. Knight to h5. I think he's doing it so he can get this check in. I think that's the only thing that does for you is allow you to bring the queen out and say check. That's it. I don't see any other benefit. Queen to c4, looking for checkmate. Queen to h4 check. See, he does throw in the check. King to e2. Queen to e6. Then he runs. Oh, it can't go to e6, but he could go to e7 or f6. I don't know which one. He says 6, but he says e. So let's try here first. We get rook to g1. Knight to e5. That's legal. Queen to c3. Knight to g6. All legal. Bishop to g5. Chase the queen. Chase the queen. Bishop to g5. Knight to f4. What? Check. Yes. Now, have no clue which knight. So we're going to try that knight. King to e1. Queen is still hanging for the moment. Queen to c5. Going for the rook that's hanging. Man, hey, we told them to just play loose and wild and have fun and attack, and I think we got what we asked for. Because this is pretty aggressive chess. Now, I'm not saying good or bad. I'm saying it's aggressive. Queen takes queen. Bishop takes queen. I hope, yep. Rook to g4. 2 pieces on the knight. But the knight moves, right? I mean, can't go here. Could go here and attack the bishop. Where else can he go? Can't go there. So he's got these 2 squares he could go to. So I like that move because knight doesn't have that many great squares. Threatening to come here next to Obey. Okay. So he goes knight to h3. We get rook to g2. He says, no, you can't come in here. Rook to g2. Now he could have thrown that one in there. Right? He could have thrown this move here. Knights protect each other. That might have been nice. But he didn't go for it. I think Sudacus would have just taken, and then taken another pawn. Which wouldn't have been good for black, I'm sure. Alright, so anyway, we get rook to g2. Knight takes bishop. Oh, knight takes bishop. Okay. Knight takes bishop. Rook takes knight. And bishop to d4. Huh. Okay. Okay. Weak on the dark squares. We know we're weak on the dark squares. I believe neither one can castle now. Both of them have moved their kings, right? So, no castling here, guys. But anyway, we get the bishop to, I gotta find it again, bishop to d4, c3. Could have called that one. Bishop to f6. Rook to g1, all the way back. Rook to d8. We get knight to d2. Gotta develop. King to e7. Get off the back rank. Connect your rooks. Oh, I was wrong. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. So how many times did I tell you that it's different over the board than in online, right? The move that Sudacus made. Okay, first of all, I got to elevate this one because I think we found the actual line. E takes d5. Then we said he played, what came next? C takes d5. Oh, I lost a line somewhere? No, I need this line. Bishop to g4 is the line we're going to work with. Okay. Guys, yeah, now, that'd be great. Because Sudacus has to tell us, because, yes, I don't want to tell him. Because Sudacus is the type would go back and say, okay, I'm going to go give the board to the other guy. I'm going to give him the set. But the arbiters are going to tell him it doesn't matter. Sudacus castled queenside. Sudacus castled queenside. Now I got to find it. I don't see. Yeah, he already moved his king. He's going to join us though, so I don't know if I want to tell him, guys. I don't want to tell him until he leaves. I don't want him to be I don't want him to be at the site. I do not want him to be at the site. It's legal. I mean, it's what I mean by legal is he did not cheat. There's no. If you went back and told an arbiter, "Oh, I should have lost that game because I castled when I couldn't castle," that is not true. He would just have to put the piece back, right? But the guy has to catch the move. Both of you do. Your opponent has to say, "No, wait, you can't castle. You do have to move your king, by the way." He can't tell him, "You got to move your king, but you can't castle because you already moved your king." And then he would move his king up here or here, right? He would just move his king. He would just move his king. Yes, I agree. I might just ask him to show us, like, just what am I missing at that very beginning of the game? But I don't think I want to. And of course, Lichess won't let me do this. It won't let me make an illegal move. So I can't even put it into... you pick up your king, and you move it 2 squares, you put the rook on the other side. There are people that will put the rook next to the king and put the king on the other side quickly so that it's one smooth move. There he is. Let's go talk to our man, Sudacus.
You're muted, Marty.
Thank you. I always forget to unmute. So I'm not using my picture anymore because I find that my OBS stays green across the board when I don't use my own picture. And I just use the picture from the webcam. So I forget to unmute too. So congratulations. 4.5. 4.5 out of 5. And you get to take home... Out of 6. 4.5 out of 6, sorry. And you get to take the chess set, the whole chess set home, which now goes with your clock. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, the blue pieces. Nice. Nice. See? Oh, come on. Come on. You got to keep that. You got to keep that. And you get another $50. You get another $50 worth of merch to go spend?
Indeed.
Nice.
No. I only got 100 out of the whole deal. But,
Yeah, total 100.
Yes, it doesn't have a price. Yeah.
Right. So do you have to go shopping in the store now?
No, I don't.
You already spent your 100?
In that moment? Yeah, it was. I put some PvP courses on a lot of different openings and systems.
All right. Flavio says to tell you hello from us and to tell you that we are extremely proud of you.
Oh, thanks so much. It was an ordeal, but today I did a lot better than yesterday.
Yeah.
And yesterday was just fine.
Yeah, you did well yesterday, and today you did better. That is a great finish. Now, we know they show an overall finish for all 3 days get piled together, and the top people, they win money and stuff, like the top overall winner gets prizes. But all we were looking at is, I am pretty sure, I am pretty confident, although I haven't even seen how he finished his last game, I think you beat Selena Hokai overall.
Yeah, I did.
Yep.
I did.
How did he do his last round?
Not so good. He just invited me to go play chess at the Starbucks here. And I'm thinking, no, man.
But you told me that last night he got to play with who? Rosman or Rosen?
The night before, he got to play with Eric Rosen.
Speed chess, right? Yeah.
Yeah, speed chess. And he also got his chess mat signed by him. But he forgot to ask him to write "Oh no, my queen."
Which you did.
Oh yeah, immediately. Would you please write "Oh no, my queen"? And he said, "Oh sure." And then he said, "Oh hold on, I forgot the exclamation point."
That is nice. So, how tall is he? We know. I think he's tall, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm 5'8", and he is, I would say, easily a couple of inches taller than me.
Okay, because I've seen him play. He actually puts. Sometimes he streams himself playing tennis. So I gotta like him because he's a tennis player.
Nice.
And he
And,
showed.
when,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
oh, sorry. No, go ahead.
No, I just know that he's listed as being from Illinois.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
We must be close then.
Yeah. I mean, like the three of us should get together.
He's such a nice guy. Now, Levi Grossman was avoiding everybody. Like, oh, but I finished my game, got the mat, and the whole thing. Then I went back to see who of the GMs were playing in IM. So it turned out that Levi Grossman was finishing up a game, and I got to see him win the other person time about 10 minutes into me watching the game.
That's
So
good. He got to
that was
win.
awesome. He won this one. I saw it, and I don't know. It's really interesting to see people that you follow, or chess players, to be so close to you. I mean, right next to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's really odd looking though. I told you before, he looks like a pocket, huge head, small body. Weird. He's shorter than I am, and I'm short.
You say he looked like a bobblehead.
Yeah, double head.
That's cool though. Yeah, he's.
Oh man.
It's pretty funny. He's become famous from his streaming, and I like Rosen. It seemed like I didn't see Rosen listed today though. I don't know if he's even playing today. Is he?
He was playing. Yeah, I saw him play. He was not in the top 10.
Okay. Yeah, we can always go look at the Open and see how. I know Roseman had some troubles. Let's see how he ended up. I'm just looking it up. And he had a draw, a loss, and a loss. So, but you said the very last round he won.
Levy.
Yeah, because they're in round 9 now. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he had a win. Overall, he had a win, a loss, a win, a win, a win, a draw, but then he had 2 losses, and he lost to 2 GMs. So he lost to 12 was Okopian. I've actually heard of Vladimir Okopian, and then he lost.
Right here.
I don't know. I just know I've actually read about him in the magazines and stuff. And then he lost to Akshat Chandra, which you might think by that name maybe he was a countryman of King, but he's actually from the USA. But it just says USA instead of like instead of a state.
Of an Indian descent.
Okay. Yep. Yep. And Okopian also lists himself as being from California at the time. So.
Okay. Cool.
And the number one right at the end of round 8, the one in first place is from PER. So I don't know if that's Peru.
Peru.
Could be Peru. It's Emilio
It is Peru.
Cordova Daza.
Emilio Cordova.
Yes, he lost to Timur too. So he lost to 3 GMs so far. But yeah,
He's Peruvian.
Peruvian. Okay,
I know.
so then that's Peru. I had it right. Awesome sauce. Yeah, we
Man. This last game, before we started, I told him, "Hey, do you wanna draw the game? You get to keep the mat and the chess pieces." He said, "Say it again." And I couldn't talk loud because we were already in, and I have my master. And I said, "If we draw, you get, since you're playing black, you get to keep the mat. You want to do that?" And he said, "No, let's play it out."
Oh, okay.
I said, "Oh crap! Okay, here we go again." And then I played so freaking solid. And in the very last move that I made, which I sacrificed my bishop to move the king away from the rook. So he takes my bishop, he takes the rook. I have 2 passed pawns. There's nothing else to do.
Nice.
and I did that. He didn't see it obviously. And I went and sacrificed my bishop. He cast the take, right? And he takes the bishop. I take the rook. I move my pawn forward. Pardon me. He goes and tries to go in front of one, and I go and move my king. You don't move the rook. I mean the pawns when you have that. So I moved my king. And he said, "Oh man, that was such a good move. I resigned."
Oh, okay. He talked to you, but he talked to you as he resigned, so it was okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then he said, I cannot believe how good you played in comparison to yesterday. And I said, because we did play. I think it was yesterday or the.
Did you? Because I didn't have a score sheet from him. Because I looked and I couldn't find him. I couldn't find that you had played him.
I did play him. And he won the first time.
I did not see that game on your. Let me go look again because I could not find that game.
And he told me you played so much better than the first time that we played.
Oh, but it was yesterday you played him.
And I told him, all right, man, I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah, why
He
not?
said, no, yeah. He said, no, seriously, that move was really awesome. And I thought, well, that's pretty basic.
Oh, you did play him. I do see it. You lost him. You're right. There was the second to last game.
Yeah.
It was round 5 yesterday, so I don't know if I got. I don't think you sent me his game.
I'm sure I have it there somewhere.
Yeah, I don't think you sent me his game for that game because I didn't have it.
I do know that the draw that I had to do, I lost the paper, and it turned out that I'm very confident that the other person took it by mistake, which is fine. It was a draw. It was a really good game. I just did not see a how do they call those? I don't know, a check that I could not get out of. You know, check and then move, check again, move, and then he goes
Perpetual.
back.
Perpetual.
Thank you. He had a perpetual, and I didn't see that. He went for it. I went, crap. I had a win game. It's a draw. I didn't say that out loud. And I waited for his 3 moves. I looked at it. I said, "This is a draw." And he said, "Indeed, you were so happy."
Oh. Oh, I found the game.
Oh, man.
I did find the game. So it was a short one. I'm putting it in. You did send it to me. I didn't get to it, I guess.
Oh, all right.
But we're getting it in.
It was a good game.
Yeah, I was.
He was really high up in chess exam. I don't know.
Yeah, you said he was a 2600.
That's what he told me. Like, you know me already. If someone tells me, they invented the wheel, I go like, maybe.
Yeah.
I need facts, or I don't really believe it.
Did he tell you what his?
No, but I'm sure perhaps I could find it. That the truth is, it doesn't really matter. I won on the second one, and
Yeah.
and I'm happy with that. Whatever rating he has for me.
Yeah. Oh, I agree.
Yeah. What a game! Whoa, man. I went all in though. If you look at the game, I'm going to analyze when I get back to this. But yeah, I think this is going to be one of the first ones I'm going to analyze. I'm going to try to see if there was anything better that he had done. Even
Okay.
though I won, we got to the very last row. There was 3 pawns that had opposite 3 pawns on the queen side, and then I had 2 fast pawns. I created the 2 fast pawns, yeah. And he had a rook and I had a bishop.
Okay.
And it was then when I you need to keep your king closest the close that you get, the closest that you can to your biggest asset. In this case, it was my two passed pawns, so my king was right there. And then I moved. He repeated a move. I moved. He repeated again twice, right?
Yeah.
And I looked at him and I smiled. He smiled too. He thought I was gonna go for the draw. And I thought, you know what? I offered you one already before we started. I'm not going to. And I went and took his one of the pawns with my bishop, and that freaked him out. And I ran into a discover check. That was the whole. But after the discover check, he had nothing. So I thought, I go into the discover check. The king is going to move one way or the other. But if he moves the wrong way, I can get him with potentially with my bishop. That's exactly what happened. He moved the rook forward. I mean, I moved to the side out of the check. He moved the rook. I think it was to B6, and then I put my bishop right for a check against his king. He obviously has to capture. Then I captured the rook, and I took the bishop, I took the rook, and got two passed pawns. He couldn't do anything. So,
Gotcha.
happy. So, for everyone that is listening to Bavarian stream, chess tournaments are really awesome. The national or international chess tournament is something else. Everyone that has hopes of winning shows up, obviously, but it is so stressful. I mean, I play a person yesterday, and I did a mate, and he kind of teared out. I mean, almost started crying, and not because he lost. I think it was because of all the stress. Well, it was just a kid, maybe 20 years old, and
Yeah.
kind of got all teary. Because imagine after playing all your might in an hour and let's say 15 minutes of a game, you go and screw up, and your opposition sees it, takes advantage of it, and there goes your dream to winning one.
Yep.
All the stress was obviously released on that. I felt for the guy, but there was nothing I could do. It was done with.
Yeah.
But what a game! What amazing set of games!
Awesome.
One guy told me, man, how do you like the games? I said, yeah, they were great, but yeah, such a speeding headache out of all of this. And he said, will I see you next year? And I told him, see you in 20.
That's right. You do it every 20 years.
Yeah, every 20 years I show up.
That's
now,
great.
Now I'm going to do local games.
You
I
should.
Play people from my area. Everyone here was freaking strong. Incredibly strong chess players. Very well prepared. And by the way, you saw it against the Caro-Kann.
Yeah.
With H4, he needed it twice.
Yeah.
Then the French, I got it 3 times. So I bought a course on the French. I may have to ask you for help on that because.
Well, you know me. I'd be happy to help you, my friend.
Thank you. Yeah, let's study that together.
Happy to. I love getting more French players. But I
want to learn the French so I can beat it.
Oh! I can help you with that too.
No, thank you.
I do, because I do like to play E4 also, so I have studied what I want to do against the French. But I do like the French.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I did excellent with the King's Gambit. Excellent.
Yes, I agree. I thought you did really well with the King's Gambit.
was so happy. Here I thought they know. They they're going to put it down in no time. Many of them did 4 lines of it and then after that blundered. Or just went out of the book with a mistake. I mean, slight mistake that I took advantage of.
Nice.
And I controlled the game every time. But one. I think one I lost with that one. But live and learn, I guess. But everything else is directed with that.
Nice.
So my recommendation is to everyone is to prepare something new to bring to a tournament. Something that is not common, that you control. In other words, something new for white. Because black you cannot necessarily control. White you can control because you decide before, or whatever.
Right.
But if you bring something that people are not used to, especially at our level, they will not know what to do, and that's what one person told me.
Yeah.
And I said to him, how do you like the King's Gambit? I won them. How do you like the King's Gambit? He said, "Man, I had no idea what," and that is exactly what you want. You want to take them out of their comfort zone.
Yes.
So you get to play chess instead of going with the lines they memorize. That's why learning openings is bad. You need to learn endgames first. You need to learn how to play chess, and then you learn an opening or two, for white.
That's right.
Black. Because someone like me goes and takes you out of book immediately, then you get to play chess. And many of them don't really understand it so well. With tactics and in gambit, I had a poison in one of my games. I gave them a free knight and a poison pawn. Either one was going to be the doom of them.
Okay.
He went for the knight, and I made him. If you would have gone for the pawn, I royal fortune with my knight. So that's what he chose to take my knight, but that led him straight to a sequence of checks for me and with me. So,
I'm saying what everybody's saying to you. Mostly it's Ratchet here. He says, okay.
hey, Ratchet.
Yeah, he's talking about his opening books. his knowledge. So I agree totally. I've said from day one with my students that we don't teach, I still haven't taught openings at all to my students because they need to understand opening principles and concepts. And like you're saying, there's a benefit for knowing the opening better than your opponent. It gives you a big edge. But unless you're playing forcing openings, you very well can run into things that you don't know anyway, and you have to decide where you spend your study time. So I'd rather you spend your study time on the basics so that you could play against any opening versus studying a specific opening and then not knowing what to do when they change it up on you.
Indeed.
Totally agree.
Yeah, and many of them paid with a loss or memorizing stuff that they never got to do. So hooray for the King's Gambit, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, let's see.
It
So
was fun.
I don't know why he resigned here, but he did. Okay. Well, you'll have to show us. I just got your last game. I finished putting in your last game against Bagley.
Okay.
But the last position, I'm like, I'm missing something because he didn't take your pawn on
Oh,
e5.
yeah, he had 2 minutes and 33 seconds left, and I had 8 minutes left. Okay, and he told me, I'm done.
Okay.
Didn't have to say anything. That's the thing, There's no, meaning he meant, I'm not taking more notes, because you get to 5 minutes, either side,
Right.
you can stop taking notes.
Yes.
So I had 8 minutes. He only had 2 minutes and So he did, and I decided, you know what? I'm not gonna give him an edge. I'm also stuck. So I went and what you do, you just do a line, you know, and instead of saying anything.
Right.
And so I did a line and I flipped it. So I wouldn't look at it, and then I played chess. Yeah, because I didn't want to give him the edge of me doing annotation while he was just playing really quick.
That's right. That's right. Once either one of you gets under 5 minutes, neither of you have to keep score.
Right. So my recommendation is the obvious. Your opponent stops making notation. You meet him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you don't want them to get an extra 20 seconds out of you notating something that's relevant.
Yep.
Honestly, what's relevant is to...
You don't, Ratchet. Ratchet said, how do you remember the moves? You don't.
You don't.
No, you don't remember the...
I remember the end fight on this game particularly, but I'll forget about it tomorrow. Sure.
Well, then we should go over it right now. So I'm looking at where he backed his rook up to e8. And it was the last move that you wrote down, which I don't know why he didn't take your pawn, but he backed his rook up to e8. And then I'm like...
I don't know if I can actually see your screen.
I don't know if you can either.
Let me give it a try. Let me know if you can. I don't.
See if you can see it. I'm on live still, and your picture's there.
All right, but you cannot see me, right?
I can see your picture. We have your what do you call it? Your your avatar, your
Okay.
profile picture.
Got it. All right. Let me. Oh yeah, I can see it. Oh, look at that! What a beautiful photo. That's me going gold.
So I have him as just having played.
Marty, give me a moment. Give me a moment, please.
Sure.
I have. Give me a moment.
Yeah, I'm way past my bedtime, Ratchet. But this was worth staying up for.
Just a moment.
Sure. Now where he's at, it's like going, it's just after 8 o'clock. And as you can see, the sun was still out in the background. Wow, Ratchet, yeah. Well, good night. Good morning. It'll be on the VOD if you want to see it, but I'll also, well, I'm sure he'll be going over these games when he gets back. Cool. Yeah, it's great seeing him in on the video and hearing him, and he had a good time. And he came in ahead of his now it's going to be like his super rival will be Selenia Hokai. I think they're going to be rivals forever. Friendly rivals, but rivals. I think it's hilarious that there he is.
Marty, I cannot hear you. My earplugs died.
So he can't hear me. I don't know if he can see the stream.
Hello?
Yeah, hello. We'll see if he can see the stream, since he can't hear me. I did not mute.
Darn it. I apologize. I cannot hear you. Give me a moment. I'm going to try to...
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna invite him to this. I haven't invited him. I'll just invite him to this and see if he can join us in here. And you
Hello?
hello. Hello.
Well, I cannot hear you. So, I'm going to stop the Zoom
and rejoin. Give me a second, please.
Okay. Yeah, if he could join us on Lichess, he can go into the study, and then he can tell us, he can move the pieces, tell us what he remembers. And no, I'm not telling him about the other issue. I won't tell him about that until later. I'm not going to tell him about that until later. Let me move this one up to game 5 on game day 2. There we go. For what, not telling him? He will not. Oh, I hope he doesn't. I don't expect him to. Expect him to just look this game over with us. So I was able to put it into the board editor, put in the castle queenside, and bring it back. And so that's how we got to here. So hopefully he'll be able to join us. I did message him also and tell him, can you do it on Lichess? And this study is called, what is this study called anyway? Oh, National Open. Yeah, it got me past it. And it's funny because the first time I did it, I put in the board editor, brought it back, and boom, it didn't work. It still said you can't do it. So then I had to put it in the board editor and just move it in the board editor and then bring it back. I don't know if this one's public. Let me check. And I don't know if he wants it to be public yet. So, no, it's invite only for the moment. If he wants it public, I'll happily make it public, but I like to leave it up to him. I like to leave it up to him, see what he wants to do. I gotta get to sleep soon, guys. It's way past my bedtime. I'm too old. Definitely gonna sleep in a little bit tomorrow morning. So I'm hoping he still joins us or comes in here. He can either come in here on the Lichess, but his earplugs went out. So I don't know if they're powered, like a Bluetooth, but he said they're not working. So hopefully he'll be able to join us again. Now I'm scared to play a game myself because I'm tired. And when I get tired, I don't play well. I don't think anyone plays well tired. But I did enjoy the 3 rapid games we got in so far. I will admit I enjoyed those. Now let me see if I can... I'm going to bring up and at least make sure I transferred them all into my other study. So let's see if I got them into my June study. Oh, June is public. My June study is public. Okay, so last one I put in there was Nova Actual. Nova Actual. Let's see if that's the last game I played. Yep, that was the last game I played. So, yeah, the later it is, the bad. It's just bad. I did like this game, though. I'm not going to lie. I enjoyed this game. Now I want to go over it. So I know there's a variation like this. I actually saw Hikaru Nakamura and Levi Rosman were going over different openings, legit, and they rate them as bad to good. And Hikaru was saying this was one that he's played before. He can't remember his Lichess password. Oh, you're on the stream. Okay, great. So if you could remember your Lichess password, you could actually move the pieces, of course. But yeah, I don't know your Lichess passwords. I can't help you. But what was the next move here? Do you know the next move here? So I think I have it right up to this point, and it's now white to move. And I don't know why he didn't take. I think that was a mistake. I thought he should have taken. But he didn't take. I have no clue why he didn't take. But he didn't take. Instead, he backed up. And that's the last one you wrote down. Can you remember the next one? Oh, you found it. Excellent. Excellent. All right. So we'll know when you get there. Flavio's giving you some love. So, I don't know why you guys aren't like, I think we should just give him, where is it? Got to give him some of that. Yes, yes, I think he deserves that, guys. Nice. Nice. Oh, okay, so he says, there we go. All right. All right, so let's see what happened. Yeah, again, why is he why isn't he taking the pawn, guys? I don't know what he's thinking, but he didn't. Black didn't want to take the pawn. Black could still take this pawn all day long, and he's not taking the pawn. I don't get it. I don't know if we're missing something, but hey, but Sudakus is here and he's going over it, and he's not saying anything. So obviously those were the moves. So take this pawn out. Take it. Let's see. You put that back. He's trying to remember. It's hard to remember sometimes. He is. I would agree. I would agree. I would say Sudakus would be a humble guy. That's what I thought he should have done. That's what I thought he should have done. I think this was just a blunder, and then I thought he should have went there. So that makes sense to me now. And then we could just promote that, but we'll wait till he's done. And that's the move probably that the guy decided to resign on. And I see why he says it's a basic move. I mean, the king has to take, and then you take the rook, and the game is over. But the bad mistake was this one. So that makes sense. I think that's right now. Nicely done. All right. Yeah, it's a basic tactic that the guy fell for, and nicely done. Nicely done. Now you got me curious, though. Could he have done this? Yeah, he could have done that, too. The king has no squares. So the king would have still had to back up, and Sudakus could have kept the bishop. Could have even kept the bishop. But yeah, here would have definitely worked. Obviously it worked, because you end up with the rook, and then you got two passed pawns. But this would have worked, too. Yeah. Yep. Yep, nice. Nice. All right, guys. It's bedtime for me. I am Sudakus. I will call you tomorrow, or feel free to call me. Call me before you get on the plane tomorrow. I understand you're flying back tomorrow, right, Sudakus? So if you are, please feel free to give me a call tomorrow. We'll talk about your stream tomorrow, because, I told everybody I might be streaming for you, so we can decide that tomorrow. So, but you might not even be up at about the time I'd be doing it, because you said you normally stream at 11 o'clock Central Time, right? Normally 11 o'clock Central Time. So that would be 12 o'clock my time. And so if I stream for you at 12 o'clock, I might do a short recap of your glorious wins and your position. And by then, we'll hopefully have the final results for the beginners overall, which I'm sure is still not out yet. Nope, not out yet, but they will be out on by the time we're done, hopefully. So round 6 is done. We could see where you finished today, my friend. And you finished number 11 today. Number 11 today. You finished overall for Sunday, number 11. Outstanding. Number 11. Our man Sudakus finished 11 today. So you finished 102, I believe, or 110, 24, 11. Nice job. Nice job. Nice job. All right, guys. Good time for me to sign off, get some sleep. Hey, Brandon, you made it at the end. Brandon, take a look at this VOD if you want to see. We went over some of Sudacus's games. He came in 11th out of 158 today. It was 188 yesterday. He came in 24. And then he came in 11 out of 158 today. So our man Sudacus did really well. He made $100. He got to keep the board and the pieces because whoever wins the last game of the tournament gets to each board, right? Everybody plays. So if you're sitting on at the board and you won, you got to take it home. If it was a draw, the black player with the black pieces got to take it. Sudacus won the game nicely, winning the game with a bishop versus rook endgame. Bishop versus rook with extra pawns. So he won. Hey, good morning, Brandon. So he won, and he got to take home the board. So pretty cool, and we're excited for him. He will be back probably streaming again, hopefully, on Tuesday. I believe he'll be streaming on Tuesday. But he's going to be traveling tomorrow. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to get on for at least an hour and give his channel some prep or some love so they can hear about it on his channel. All right, guys. I will see you all later. It is late. I don't know if anybody else is up. Let's see if anyone is. Anyone we know, anyone we love and want to go ahead and shout out to. And SudacusChess is the only one I have of all the people I follow. Of all the people I follow, SudacusChess is the only one still online, or online at this time of night. And Grandmaster Sly takes on the world. Okay, I'll buy it. All right, guys. Anybody that wants to stay up, or Brandon, since you just woke up, 1400. Brandon, nice, nice. Good job, buddy. Keep it up. And I do owe you a chess lesson. You need to let me know when you can do it. All right? We need to work that out. So if you're just getting up now, maybe we need to do it on Wednesday at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. See if you can make Wednesday 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and I can give you your lesson then if that would work for you. All right. Good night, Flavio. See you tomorrow. I think I already did your shout out to Flavio. I should have. And why? Why isn't my raid working? Oh, because I did the wrong thing. Stupid me. Yes, it's a slash because I'm a dummy. Because like Rosman said, I'm an idiot, right? So yeah. But we'll get it right now. There you go. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow, maybe Tuesday, definitely. World Chess Championship. Don't forget.